So, we are back and better than ever. We're back, bitches! Okay, I think I got everything. Need the other page up. Oh,
Is there a way to change the name on the owlbear?
yeah, I think you can
Yeah.
right-click on your name.
No, it's the pencil.
Oh, it's
Down
the
at the-
pencil down at the bottom.
bottom.
Okay, cool.
Oh, there it is.
Swarm of wasps.
Yeah, I don't know why
Always
I'm
funny.
Iron Golem.
Like
Ghoul.
German, like Jack or something.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that was super weird. I don't know what's going on with it. I was never had that happen before, but such is life. All right, and we need
You're
dice.
also not streaming on Discord again.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm almost back.
Gotcha.
Done. Okay. Cool. All right. I finally got all back up. Let me get the stream video so you can see my face. Okay. All right. You guys can see me. I can. My face is no longer frozen.
Yep.
Oh, thank God. All right, y'all ready to do this? All right. So last time you guys got together, you just after fighting and killing some snacks, you guys found that there were holes in the ship and found a stowaway, a one named Djedhema Hoffelsbein, and brought him to Bowfell, who allowed him to stay on, but he told the kid that he had to help the crew. So you guys went back down to try to plug up some holes and learned that he could cast some magic. He helped you guys fix some holes. You guys managed to fix all the holes, drain 8 inches of water from a 30-foot underdeck, which is a lot of water in case you're wondering. And with
Hello?
with the help of Luna.
Uh-oh.
What?
Froze completely.
Froze completely.
Yeah, you were frozen there for a bit.
Oh, okay. So I'm not. Okay, cool. All right. So with the help of Luno and Djedhema, the two of you were able to help restore Kazal with a anti-venom that you created. Meanwhile, Zoc learned about the damage to the back of the ship, the rudder and motor portions, and Zoc scared the kid a whole bunch. And Dante tried to get some shades from Bowfell, which I think he's got a safari hat now and a dark pane of glass that he can look through. And
Dark paint?
yeah, it's a glass, like a glass sheet, like 6x6 flat panel.
So it's dark glass.
It's dark glass, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was like super dark. Anyway, so Luno then tried to recruit Djedhema to the Tsukage, and then some shit broke out on the main part of the ship, and
Yeah.
Djedhema banished Dante. Almost didn't get him back, and you guys didn't really figure out too much else, and so we kind of like. We're right at that point before everyone resyncs their time, and everyone will wake up at the previous day at noon once this is done. So, on the boat...
Nat has just told everyone that was on the deck and Djedhema, well, all the party members that were on the deck, and Djedhema, okay, below deck, we need to talk.
Yes. All right, so you guys head down below deck. I believe... Zoc is already down there, sleeping, I think.
Yep.
And Barry's down there sleeping. So the everyone else follows you with Djedhema in tow, and you walk down into the opening and say,
Well, turning on Djedhema, and obviously translated through the shield. Okay, what the heck was that?
What was
that was not measly little cantrip that you just did?
Well, you told me to show you all my spells, so that's what I was doing. Looking back at Dante.
What's going
I
on?
meant,
Yeah, this would definitely wake you, Zoc, you and Barry up. This would definitely wake you guys up. The shield is not being quiet.
No.
So what happened?
Well, I just cast a spell that they asked me to cast a spell, and I cast a spell.
You just banished Dante temporarily.
Yeah, it was just temporary.
Okay.
Sent him to another world. That's not simple magic. She's looking very suspiciously at the kid.
The kid just kind of looks back. Seems simple to me.
Okay, what's the problem here? I still don't understand. You
I'm not sure I do either.
You told Hufflepuff here to cast a spell, right? And then he cast a spell.
I told him to show me his spell.
Well, how do you expect me to show you if I'm not showing you?
You don't have a book?
No. Do you have a book?
Yes.
I don't have a book. Do you have a book?
Yeah, I also don't have a book.
I mean, I sort of have a book, but not really.
Oh shit.
I think you're the only one with a book, Dante.
Can I see your
I'll
book?
just- Yeah, no. I'm not gonna let you see my book. My book. I'm gonna climb the ceiling. I'm gonna climb to the ceiling. I'm just gonna be like, nope. I'm not gonna show you my book.
That's new. He could do that before. Like looking at everyone.
Yes.
Oh,
Apparently.
okay. That's
You
good.
can too, pointing at Luna.
What is going
My
on
way.
with you guys?
It's a long story. Don't ask.
Okay.
It's an
Well,
even longer
anyway,
story.
so what's the problem?
Well, I, for one, thought you were somewhat limited in the kind of magic you're able to do, but that's not a simple spell you just cast.
No, not so much. I was always told not to show off, so I always try to make it seem harder than it is.
Is that
Who told you not to show off?
No. The shield asks that question at the same time Luna does.
My teacher.
Okay, elaborate.
Her name was, and she stutters for the first time since
You
she's.
say Freya.
Freya.
He stutters?
No.
He stutters?
No. The kid. He stutters
Okay.
for a bit. Give me 1 second here. I gotta get. I don't know why I didn't have that prepped. I need half a second. Half a second.
1001.
Yeah.
Too late.
Oh God, dang it. All right. Yeah. So, Vanzian or Oridiath. Oh my God, Oriditha. Venixian Oriditha. Yeah.
What? You said like.
I
three
know.
names, right?
Hang on. You'll see why. It's not an easy pronunciation.
Fancy.
All right. So,
Vanzian.
he looks at you and it's my teacher, Venixian Oriditha. Oridithus.
Fancy. Is it Vanzian or Venixian?
Fancy.
Vancian. Sorry, Vancian.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did that to yourself.
I did that to myself. Yes. Thank you. I know I'm
You
very
did
well
that to
versed.
yourself.
very well versed in blaming myself for all of my iniquities. So yeah, he looks at you guys and says, "My teacher, Vanzian or Edithus."
Does any of us recognize the name?
Yeah, does the name sound familiar at all for any reason?
Luno, roll me a history check with disadvantage. You're the only one that may.
It might be me.
You're the only one that may even possibly know this name.
Okay, give me half a moment just because I have to get everything there.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna tell the kid.
I am home now, so.
Okay, no worries. Do you want me to roll for you while you're getting set up?
I'll be there in a second. What am I rolling?
History with disadvantage.
History.
Yeah. Dante, what are you asking?
Oh no, I'm just saying I don't know jack squat. No, I'm not from here.
Yeah. Oh, you're not? Where are you from?
Where the hell you sent me?
Yeah.
Even with the 7, Luno, you feel like you've heard that name before, but you can't place it. It was definitely in Karth where you heard this name, but you definitely cannot place who this is.
Who? Yeah. Because Nat does not recognize the name at all.
No.
Is gonna ask, who is that, and how did you come to be their student?
Well, I was dropped off at the and he names one of the cathedrals to the old gods in Karth. I was dropped off at the cathedral, and they raised me from a baby, and so I learned the ways of healing and you know, but they taught me.
Okay.
Wait,
so why are you? Go ahead.
So are you running away from Londa or Karth?
There's a moment of pause as he looks over all of you, and he kind of like looks behind him to see if the dwarves are kind of like rustling a little bit, and he looks back and he just meekly, Londa.
Insight check.
Go for it.
I don't even need to check.
Yeah.
Do I need my use my
Yeah.
magic
Anyone who
defense?
wants to insight check that, go for it.
There we go. I want to
Mhm.
figure out your secrets today, kid.
Yeah. and
Oh my
it
God.
won't take 4 hours, y'all.
It almost hit a 2, and I was like, no, we're not doing this today.
Barry, so far, Barry, you're the only one who feel like he's being truthful about that. Zaki, you gonna roll or no?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. So yeah, Luno and Natalia, the two of you, like he's given you all the body language that just like he is absolutely not telling the truth about that.
All right, am I next to a wall or a table?
You guys are kind of out in the open right now, as far as I'm understanding you guys, because as soon as you walk downstairs, you're into an opening, and that like turned around almost immediately.
Yep.
So there's
I'm gonna
nothing.
Smack my hand against the table.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, you can smack your hand against a table.
Yeah, I want to smack my hand against the table. It's like, kid, give us a straight answer. Like, forcefully.
At that point, you hear the 3 dwarves from the back. Keep it down up there! We're trying to get some shut-eye.
I thought we were down.
Yeah, up there as in closer to the entrance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not up. But yeah, as soon as you whack the table, makes like a noise, and he like jumps back. I'm okay. I'm running from Karth. Is that what you wanted?
Yes, thank you.
Why are you running, and who are you running from?
He seems to be sweating more and more the more you're asking these penetrating questions. He's very nervous at this point. I'm running from people who want me dead.
That's a very vague answer, kid.
Uh-huh.
Say,
For
none
all
of my
you-
guys want you dead, as
You're
far as I know.
quickly becoming that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I could. I don't think I should tell you why I'm running. It would just put my
Well,
life in.
yeah.
It would just put my life in danger again.
Kid, do I need to ask more? I mean, cast more spells on you?
He
I
he
mean-
looks at you at this time, and he says, "You can certainly try."
Alright, friends.
Yeah, counterspell isn't a cleric spell, right?
I'm not sure. I think it could be.
Huh?
Friends a cantrip, right?
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
certain,
Hey,
I
what's
think
the point?
certain domains might have access to counterspell, but I don't think it's by default a cleric spell. No.
Probably, yeah.
It is not in
Either-
their. It's not in their list of spells.
Part of me wants to settle spell, counter spell.
Go for it. Are you gonna counterspell Dante?
Yeah, subtly.
It would
so he
certain.
doesn't know I do it.
Yeah, it would certainly make me happy. Yeah, he casts friends, and yeah, go ahead and you can subtle cast. Is there any roll you need to do for that? Yeah, you know what?
Phrase is a cantrip.
Yeah.
then now.
I'd like for you to actually roll me a sleight of hand check because I believe counterspell has a somatic component.
Not
Just-
if I'm subtle spelling it.
oh,
yeah,
not.
he's
Yeah.
using the
Oh.
sorcery point.
Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah, then it just happens. He counterspells it. You cast that, Dante, and the kid just like stares at you, looks at you, and nothing happens. You don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I have a question for all of us though. Why are we so concerned about this kid's Hufflepuff's story?
Yeah. Why are you so concerned about me?
For all I
Alright,
know,
kid.
he could be a spy.
Nat casts a glance towards Luno.
Why me? What are you looking at me for?
No, we've already shared a suspicion.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
hmm
Could I
Had to think
cast
about that
friends
one for a
again?
second.
Yeah. Say that again, Dante.
Oh, I can't counterspell this one.
You cast it again.
Like, yeah.
Okay. There's no save, so it just happens, and so you cast friends, and it affects him.
Alright, so tell us. Why are you running? Where are you running from?
Roll me a persuasion check. With advantage.
Question: would we see that he's cast friends?
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, Nat gets a very grumpy look on her face when you do that again.
Fair.
Let me roll. No, that is he rolled a 9, so that does he is going to tell you. Give me 1 second because I gotta find the right spell for when this wears off momentarily.
And I can't save you this time.
Oh, you know what? Well, it's too late now, but okay, we'll wait. We'll wait. Dang. All right.
I mean,
So, you asked that. Who are you running from, and why are you running, and who are you running from? And he like pauses. Like you can tell he still doesn't want to tell you, but he finally just said he like sighs, and he grabs his hair and his register changes to a much higher register. My name is Zelenia Miraminitsar. And Luno, you absolutely know that name. You know
feeling it's
you know
royalty?
specifically the name Miraminitsar. And that is a family royal name of Karth. If what she is telling you is true, and there's the last name that you know, Luno. If what she's telling you is true, and she is a Miraminitsar, she is the rightful ruler of Karth.
You're the like crown. Well, not crown, but you're like a princess. It's a female, right?
Would the rest of us possibly recognize the name?
Um,
I mean, I feel like a royal name would be fairly well
maybe
known.
Natalia. So the reason Luno knows this is because he grew up in this city. He
Yeah.
knows the history of this city. It's an old name. The previous
Okay.
that was not the Tyrant King's last name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this goes back a ways. So that's the full name. Zelenia Miraminitsar.
Okay.
I'm walking out as
Turns out to be a little girl.
Okay. Dante walks out. Yeah, Nat, you can insight check that as well.
I was like, Gabe, I am just clarifying. It is a female.
It sounds like a female, and the name is female.
Okay.
She still
So,
he
yeah,
still
cool.
looks like a he, but the more you look at him, those masculine features that you thought were there are like charcoal shades. They're like basically makeup to make him look like a dude.
Yeah, pull in an Arya Stark.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
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 I was
I
like,
would have
so
gotten
you're
away
the
with it too if it weren't for
freaking
you meddling
princess?
kids. Well, I mean, not really, but you understand why my life is in danger, though. Obviously, looking at you,
Yes,
Luno.
and now I'm kind of upset that I told you who I kind of am.
Well, it's not going to make any difference.
That inside check game.
That's actually still high enough with all of the body language that I'm just going to say she from now on that she's giving off. She does seem to be very truthful about this.
Okay.
There is a consternated resignation to her telling you this.
Uh-huh.
Damn it, Dante and
Yes,
friends.
It worked out.
I tried.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Come on, you were getting tired of accidentally calling her she anyway.
I know, right? God,
Yeah.
I only did it like 4 times.
Don't,
Yeah,
Gabe,
yeah,
Dante's your friend.
yeah. Dante is your friend. Only for the next few moments.
Yeah, which, by the way, Nat is getting ready for a likely violent reaction. Because
Mhm.
she just saw the same sort of thing upstairs.
Yeah.
Luna's going to let it happen unless it's banishment.
So, what are we gonna do with this information? I thought we have enough on our plates.
Well, this could be my ticket back into the city.
Well, I
Nat
I
takes her
don't
attention
think-
off of Dante and looks at Luno.
Yeah, well, Dante's walked
Excuse
out
me?
at this point. Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying like kill her. We're orderly. We're not chaotic on this situation. It's not like I'm gonna like turn her in.
Okay.
I want nothing to do with this, and I back off.
I mean,
All
we're
right.
not going to Karth anytime soon, so I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue, but
No, but I've got contacts.
it's
I
good
can
to know
make.
the actual truth.
Well,
Yeah, I got
Let's-
contacts. I can make
let's-
things
I
in
mean,
motion.
since you understand who I am, you know that I cannot go back to Karth.
Yet.
And she like rubs
You-
her face. No, not ever. Not unless something has changed.
That's
Ah. And Luno just like gets this big look on his face, like, yeah.
that's the yet he's referring to.
Hmm.
Like, I personally can't do that. But I have. Remember our little conversation?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to do some letter writing and let some people, trusted people, no friend to the king that is currently sitting,
The general.
and let or the general currently sitting.
Wait.
And
Wait. What do you mean the general's sitting?
oh yeah. How long have you been away from Karth?
Several months.
So you haven't heard
No,
about the
I was hiding in Londa.
and the information. You haven't heard about the events that happened in Karth recently?
No.
Oh boy. Okay.
So, finds a chair. You might want to sit down.
Damn, y'all are gonna get our blood boiling.
Yeah.
It is now.
Yeah. Where is that damn... There it is.
Well,
Okay.
she's not related to the one that died, right?
No, she's not related to the one that died.
No, I mean that's the whole point of this is that her family got overthrown by the person people who were currently ruling.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you pull out a seat for her?
Yes.
Okay. She sits down and, like, looking anxiously at you.
Nat finds a place to sit down as well. Has friends worn off by this point?
It's getting real
For
close.
I mean, I think it would have ended as soon as I walked out, no?
Oh, you ended it as soon as it walked. Oh, hold on. She
It
doesn't.
only lasts a minute.
Yeah, she doesn't sit down then. She begins walking upstairs with a very cross look on her face, looking for Dante.
Nat
I'm
also
gonna be
does
up on
not
my
sit
mast.
down and is going to follow her upstairs.
No, Luna's going to stop her and be like, hold on. If you still want to do this in a moment, I will happily help you. But right now, I've got some information to tell you.
You do that, and she touches you, and I need for you to make me a saving throw real quick.
Oh boy.
Hey, Gabe,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be up on the mast if it's lifted.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for anything.
Yep. I need you to
And-
make me Luna, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
No, it's not.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. She turns as you like, wait, don't go up there. She just puts her hand on you, and all of a sudden you cannot move. You are completely paralyzed, just standing there with your hand out, and she continues going upstairs to find Dante.
Nat sees that, she's gonna reach out and grab the kid.
While
I need
I
for
can't
you-
move, am I able to still talk?
No, you can't move your mouth.
Okay, I just
She's
didn't know
gonna.
if that was a...
Nat, I need for you to also make me a wisdom saving throw.
I think at this point Zoc came back with a loaf of bread. Hey, what's up? You okay, Luno?
You just hear.
Just yeah. He's got his mouth like he's got his mouth like a quarter of the way open, and he's like, "I hear it there. I hear it there."
You want some bread?
And just for humor's sake, I'm gonna say the spell Hold Person paralyzes everything except for your eyes, like your eyeballs. So I imagine Luna's just like shaking his eyeballs only back and forth, like no.
Let's play charade.
So
Sourdough?
wisdom saving throw. Actually, a 13's actually not high enough either.
I didn't figure if she's throwing around 4th level spells.
Yeah. Yeah. You as well. The shield continues to talk like, "Hey, get your ass back here! Don't you walk away from me!"
That old person.
It is Hold Person. Yeah.
Okay, that would mean she's no longer concentrating on
Yes.
Luno's.
Yes, correct. But she is past Luno, and she's making her way upstairs. And so Luno, you are now free to move. Nat, you are still
The king
paralyzed.
is dead.
You see her throw her finger up towards Dante, who she just found, and before she casts the spell, Dante, which would have been Bestow Curse. So sad about that.
Wouldn't she have to touch me?
She doesn't have to touch you for that. I don't think Bestow Curse is
I
a
think
touch.
it's touch spell.
Let me double check. I have it up here. I guess it doesn't really matter because she's not able to cast that. Oh, it is touch. Cool. All right. Well, then that ain't gonna work anyway. Okay. Well, regardless, she doesn't cast that and like whips her head around. What do you mean the king's dead?
You know the festival that happens every year?
Every 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah, every 10 years. Yeah, our bugbear friend here accidentally burnt him to death.
She just like looks at you, Barry. I think Barry, you're still here, right, for this?
Yeah.
Yeah. She just looks like back at you and then back at Barry, and she smiles at you, Barry, and she runs up and hugs you.
What is this?
We all got blamed for it. That's why we're out here.
Well, I at least feel a little better having you all know who I am then. Just don't tell the rest of the crew.
I'm just gonna yell down from the mast. He sabotaged my magic.
Could you do me a favor and not tell the dwarf sealer about what I did?
Yeah.
Tell the who? Oh.
Oh, tell the crew. Yeah, don't tell the crew. Yeah. Well, and she releases you. Well, that definitely changes some things. Okay. And she all of a sudden, Nat, you feel like you're free to move again. And
Okay.
yep, and she looks at you, Nat. I'm sorry. I was just very angry, and she like glares back up at Dante. I'll wait till he comes down. It's fine. And
Okay, we all feel like that sometimes.
so then I'm headed to Halvany. One of my and she's gonna say the word midwife, which for all intents and purposes in this situation is the person who raised her, not necessarily the person who trained her, but the person who raised her. My midwife has a friend in Halvany that she told me to go stay with if I ever found myself in trouble. So that's where I'm headed. If you all need to find me in Halvany, that's where I'll be.
What's the name of this person?
The name of this person is... oh, God. Oh, McGeard.
And quick out of character question. What was it we were told is going on in Halvany? Is it just lost contact? We don't know what's going on?
Basically, from their understanding, ships have been going missing, is what you were told.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 second.
The whole ass ships?
Yeah.
Dang.
Edich is the name that she gives you. Edich Hamill.
Well,
So, if that's where you need... that's where I'll be if you need to find me. I'm gonna be there pretty much indefinitely.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
So, now that you know more about me, what are you guys doing in Halfany?
Got a job to do.
Yeah, we got a. Basically, we got called by what's the Cenhalian?
Mm-hmm.
They had some jobs for us.
They
Yeah.
requested
Parth
that we
isn't very
investigate
happy with that.
missing ships.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to hear you all have something to do in Halvany. You're not just running like me.
Plus, my god's shrine is there.
She just kind of like
Nat rolls her eyes at that.
yeah, yeah. She also kind of rolls her eyes at that.
It's like a pilgrimage.
Let's not talk about gods here.
But okay.
That gets Nat's attention a little bit. But
Yeah.
She doesn't say anything.
She doesn't. Yeah.
Same. You get like a weird. Luno gets like a weird look. It's like, but your powers are from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Very much
You
so.
don't know that.
Yeah. You.
I
Yeah.
don't realize she's a
Luno.
cleric.
Luno doesn't know specifically.
You probably still think she's a sorcerer.
Yeah. You might actually still
Fair.
think she's a. Yeah. You might. It's very fair. Well, let's pretend that this conversation didn't happen, and we'll kind of like do our own thing. And I'm gonna go back up to the and she like looks back and front from like the stern to the bow, and she looks back. She looks up at the bow, and she says, "I'm gonna go to the stern." Obviously, getting the terminology wrong. And she starts walking towards the stern of the ship. The bow of the ship, sorry.
See you around, Hufflepuff.
Just throws up a
What
hand.
is this Hufflepuff?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that her name?
Awful spine. But
It's
sure.
What did
yeah.
I say?
Oh yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Zoc, I don't even know if Zoc heard the her actual name, but yeah.
I think I did.
Oh,
I think
okay.
someone told me.
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't there, but someone told me.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, what are you all doing as she walks away?
And Nat's gonna look around at everyone else. We
That's
just
just
can't.
a shot.
We just can't avoid extra complications, can we?
I yelled down.
No, isn't it exciting?
Is it exciting? We have a lot on our plate.
Yeah, but we got a big plate.
All right, you pointing at Luno. What's this family? What? Explain.
They should be ruling Karth.
So
Like,
Dante, for history's sake, the Minotaur were the ruling family for nearly 5 centuries. Kind of had like a, they were not tyrannical rulers. They were the last, basically sane rulers of Karth. That had a bit of a dynasty there. Once Karth was taken over during one of the last wars, that's when that line supposedly died. But apparently not so much anymore. So technically,
Yeah.
they should still be the rulers of Karth. And actually, you specifically would be aware that quite a few people would actually probably follow them if one ever surfaced.
Wait, why me?
Not Dante, Luno, sorry.
You did say Dante. I
Sorry.
was confused.
Yes. I'm confused myself.
yeah. So
You concerned?
I'll look over to Nat and be like, this woman is basically queen. Like, I know she's not on the throne, she doesn't have her crown, she should be the ruler of Karth. Like, that asshole that died recently, they overthrew this family, and yeah, no, I need to get in contact with my mother.
You know that's just going to be asking for more trouble, right?
For a good cause.
I don't know that it's
It might get
doesn't
Karth.
sound like she wants to have anything to do with Karth.
Since when do you care about a good cause?
The fact that I can get back into Karth, and this might actually be good for my family.
That's fair. I mean, I don't care, but if you do, I'm with you.
Like, I mean, think about the money we can make.
Money is not...
I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about my family.
Okay.
Realizing where he thought I was going with that. I was like, no, not you.
So, anyone want some bread?
Take some.
Nat holds out a hand.
I tear a piece.
Gladly takes it.
It's a bit moldy, you know.
He'll pick off the moldy spots.
Uh-huh. It's just penicillin,
Come
y'all.
down.
It's fine.
I come down for some bread.
Honestly, for me and bread, this is quality. I know for a lot of people it's not that good.
Dante, you come down. You start to come down.
Yes.
She begins moving towards you as you start to come down.
Fair.
Do
I
you
will move towards her. I'm
You-
playing, no.
you continue
I'm
moving?
just gonna let her approach me. I don't really care.
Okay. So the first thing she does is I need for you to roll me a wisdom saving throw
Wait, why?
because
For a whole person?
she's casting hold person on
Oh
you.
no, you'll find out.
Okay. I don't get to roll for my initiative.
No, this isn't a fight. You could roll a counter spell
okay.
if you'd like to try and counter spell it, but
I'll just save my fireballs.
okay.
Please do not cast Fireball on the deck of the ship.
Oh, please do.
Or
Please do
at-
cast it.
Potential queen.
Okay. All right.
I'm
So you do save on that, and
Can
she
I pretend to be held or something? And then just be like, oh,
roll me a performance check.
hooray.
Because you actually, I think you know the spell hold person, don't you? It's-
No.
Oh, well then that checks out for you definitely fail on that performance check then, because you wouldn't necessarily know that she's casting that on you.
Okay. Fair.
Also, she'd probably be aware when the spell fails.
Right. Yeah.
Sure.
I was really So you like freeze for a moment, and she just looks at you. I know that it didn't work. You might as well just move.
I just stick out my tongue at her. No.
And then I need for you to. She's gonna actually come up to you and do this. She's gonna touch you and cast Bestow Curse, and I need for you to make me another Wisdom saving throw.
Wait. Doesn't she need to roll attack?
No, it's a saving throw.
Like, to touch, I mean.
I mean, she's not trying to like hit you. She's just trying to touch you in some way, shape, or form. So.
Can I move out of the way?
Yeah. I mean, because the reason I said that is because you said you were just walking past her. So.
Oh, I know, I'm just, like, not trying to pay attention to her. Like, I see her in my peripherals or whatever, and I see her coming towards me. But I don't want to, like, get near her. I'm kind of thing.
Okay. If you step away, she's actually gonna just cast Zone of Truth on you.
Zone of what? Oh, Zone of Truth?
Yep. And I need for you to make me a Charisma saving throw then.
Hilarious.
Yes. This is
Charisma save.
Yeah.
This is the party bonding spell.
This is the party bonding spell. All right, you do fail that.
Hooray!
Oh yeah, let's
All right, so let's get to the boat here because Dante, you were on the mast. She, let me ask, because I hadn't thought about this. Is the tiny hut? Oh, it's not still up because you were out of it. That's right.
Yep.
Okay. I don't need to
He
ask that.
was
Then.
as out of that hut as he could be.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so the two of you are there, and I don't think anyone else is actually close because Nat and Luna are still below deck talking to Zoc and Barry, for the most part. And so, yeah, it's just you and her, and you see her move her hands and release a spell, and all of a sudden, you don't feel deceitful whatsoever. And she looks deadpan at you and just asks, like, straight at you, Dante, what the hell is your problem?
I find my way home.
Well, where is your home?
It's similar to this Earth. Or, what's the name of this planet? Kid?
It is Detonia.
Okay. It's similar to Detonia.
As she asks this last question with a smile. Do you want me to send you back?
I need more magic first.
And she drops the spell. She was hoping you'd say yes.
It's not a no.
She was looking for a request, but yeah, and the spell drops, and you kind of see like this golden light for a moment in a circle around the two of you, just drop around you, and she's like, "Look, just stop casting friends on me."
Stop trying to hide stuff from us. All we know, you could be a spy.
Imagine like a stop. I'm not a spy.
Right? She just squints at you like dead eye, the death glare. Dante. She looks at you and just says, "If you do it again, it will be the last spell you cast on me." And she starts walking away.
Just drugs, whatever.
Remind me. How old does this kid look again?
15.
Okay.
And definitely, she
still...
definitely has not hit puberty yet.
Okay.
Oh man. Yeah. I'll take more coffee. All right. So that happens, Dante. You walk away. She walks away. Heads back up to
just gonna
bow.
Stand there, and it's still daytime. Can't really see, so I'm just gonna cast Tiny Hut.
Okay. With your wide brim safari hat on, you are casting Tiny Hut again. And what is everyone else doing inside the cabins? The cabin.
Actually, bread is very healthy for you. Do you want to hear more about bread? Press 1.
You've subscribed to Bread Facts.
Thank you. All right. Well, if no one's doing anything else, I'll say you guys all get your quote-unquote downtime, and we'll move on to the next, like, it's like a full day, but the next day at noon is where we're going to pick up then.
Have we already accounted for the downtime?
I mean, I think so. You guys can just tell me what you were planning to do. Mark out, I believe, Nat and Luna, you told me you were going to get your full exhaustion downtime. So you guys will get 12 hours. Yeah. Everyone else will get 6 hours of downtime.
Yeah, I think I counted for that.
Yep. For whatever activity.
I'll mark that down.
Yeah, for whatever activity you would like to practice or do during that time.
Could I ask?
Okay.
Yeah.
The dwarves, if they could make me frames for the glasses, or help me with that.
Which dwarf do you ask? Because it makes a difference.
The captain. Also.
You ask Bofel. So you walk up to Bofel as he's steering the helm and ask him if he can make you frames. And he kind of like, he like pauses and looks as you holding up, I'm assuming holding up the glass. And he says,
yeah, and then minor illusion in front of him. So like he knows what I'm trying to get at.
oh, okay, you like minor illusion what you would like to see.
Yes.
Roll me a performance check or Arcana, one of those two. I would say probably more for performance, honestly.
Okay, performance. Then?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You manage to like visualize what you have in your brain and hold out your hand, and a small version of that just kind of like rotates in your hand as you say, like in your deep voice, "Can you make me this?" And he like looks really hard at that and like looking up and like, I may be able to do something. It will be tricky. I haven't ever made anything like that.
Ironically, he could ask Nat too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Since Nat now knows there is a bit of forging equipment on the ship.
Yeah. Are you proficient with smithing tools?
Yes.
Nice. Sick. Yeah. So
this is why I want to be an artificer as well. But my life.
Yes, and yeah, so he kind of like squints at it a little bit. Yeah, I think I could make that for you.
If I wasn't steering the bloody ship.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I tell you what, we'll if you want to wait for a little bit, I can make it for you in Halvany. But as far as time goes, it'll take a little time to make it. It's not an easy feat to make something that small with glass and then metal rim frames. It's an odd structure. Can't say I've ever seen it.
I'll pay him in advance, and I'll give him 50 gold.
50 gold. That'll do. Yeah, I'll see about. I'll see if I can make that for you here on the boat. Then, appreciate the gold. You definitely overpaid for that.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want to.
Yeah. No one in this party care about.
Yeah. Gold. Take my money, bitches. Oh man.
Good friend.
All right. Well, yeah. So you do that, and all right. Well, I'll get back to you on that as you walk away. And so everyone gets their rest, and at noon the next day, as you guys are kind of all resyncing, getting back up to your times. So we'll say that you guys are around noon, still below deck in the cabin, and you can hear probably not Natalia, but probably like I would say Barry and Zoc. The two of you kind of hear it first, shouting from above deck. That kind of doesn't make sense at first. You kind of pick up like, I can't see it. Where are we going? That sort of deal. And then you hear another shout, it's over on the right. And the ship lurches a little sluggishly to the left as the two of you are hearing that. Everyone else kind of stirs at that point. The ship kind of like churning to the right, just to the yeah. Do you guys make your way up above deck?
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, I will too.
Okay.
You said Nat didn't hear anything, right?
Yeah, Nat, you don't hear anything. I'd actually like for you, Nat, because you've been kind of exhausted recently.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd like for you to make me a survival check. See if you can rouse yourself. Okay, yeah. You kind of like internally have like an internal clock built in. You're able to kind of set it for about noon. So you naturally, you still don't hear anything, but you naturally just start waking up. As every...
Okay, so this is after a long rest.
Yeah, this is after the long rest. This is the following day at noon.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Zoc and Barry, the two of you make your way up first. Dante and Luno, you two will be shortly after that. And then Nat, you'll be last coming up. And as you make your way up, there is... you're almost blinded by white mist. Incredibly bright throughout the whole thing. Let's see if I can do this here. We do this. Yeah. So, yeah. You guys can't see hardly anything as you make your way up. There's thick mist. It's so thick as you make your way up, you can feel little droplets on your arms as you're making your way up to the main deck, and there are still men shouting, "I can't see where we're going! I don't know where we're going!" As you guys are making your way up. You cannot see, just for clarity, you cannot see more than 5 feet in front of you. You don't know, you cannot see the mast, you can't see the floor past 5 feet in front of you. It is that thick with mist.
Okay.
Sea of haze, if you will.
Right. Before Nat heads all the way up, she's going to look around the hold area and see who all is still below deck, if anyone.
At this point, you are the last person below deck. And actually, I need that. Thank you, because I need to move everyone else up.
Okay.
I'll tell Brett to fly straight up.
Okay.
See how high this fog is.
He has to fly almost 200 feet straight up.
Woo!
And as he makes his way up to the very top of the mist rift, it's almost like a roller coaster. As he makes his way up, it's like curves, and you can kind of see as he looks over the lot of everything, you can see like the mist itself is almost swirling in a circle, just cylindrical. Like it's wide. It's just like rolling hills almost, but it's moving. You can see it writhing almost like waves on the ocean as it continues to like spread out, and it's vast. He actually cannot see the end of this mist.
I'll pop him back.
Okay. Yeah, because he probably won't be able to find you back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, what's the plan here, Captain?
The plan is that we continue to go our current direction and hope we don't hit anything. Unless you have a better idea.
Is that safer than just sitting and waiting out the mist?
Well, it kind of depends. You know, sometimes the mist can be... We've had times where the mist has lasted days, and we've had times where the mist has lasted minutes. So, I don't really know how long it's going to last, and generally the best course of action we've found is just to continue on and hope you don't change too much direction.
How fast are we moving?
My bigger concern would be us hitting something.
Aye, that is a concern. Maybe your friend, maybe your friend, Mr. Swimmer, can go under the boat and direct me.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. How fast are we moving?
You're not moving very fast because they have almost no visibility. They are still trying to continue in the same specific path that they were in, but they've had to make a few course corrections, missing a few, small islands, small land masses underneath that they saw like just in time.
All right.
And the ship's propulsion is still damaged.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
I can probably outswim the boat, right?
You can definitely outswim. Like looking down, you can see how fast you think the ship is moving. You're pretty certain you could swim faster than the ship.
All right. I'm gonna tie a rope around my waist,
Okay.
and then jump off the bow of the ship.
Okay.
It should be a pretty long rope though, because I want to lead
Yeah.
a bit away, like 50 feet.
Yeah.
maybe?
Actually, Kazal, if you like get Kazal, if you're jumping off the front, he's actually at the front, paying attention. If you ask him, he'll actually tie 2 ropes together for you, so you'll have 100 feet of rope that he'll tie to the boat. And as you learned last session, he is the master knot tire, so there is no worries about you going crazy on this. You're not even certain that you could untie it if you tried.
Thank you very much, Kazal.
No
See you
problem.
soon.
Yeah, and
See you soon.
yeah, there's a loud splash as Zoc hits the water, and Zoc, as soon as you get underwater, you can definitely see pretty clearly into the water at this point. The water here in this part of the sea is actually very clear. You can see a good 80 feet down into the water and in front of you. It's very clear. And so, visually speaking, you can see. Yeah, you can see. There are some masses under the water that are a good 30, 40 feet below. Not any concern about the ship itself. I would like for you to roll me a perception check, just a basic something. Don't fumble it, sort of deal.
Alright, perception, right?
Yeah, perception.
Alright, I'll tell Bofel. Brad's gonna land on Bofel and say, alright, I'm swimming like 100 feet in front of the ship. I'll tell you what I see.
Okay, so let me pull up the map portion. The full map portion. Alright, I think we had that. So by this time, you guys are much closer to Halvany. Oh, I'm drawing a box. That's not what we want. We want a line. Alright, so you guys are much closer to Halvany by this point. You, again, would not necessarily be aware of that, but based on time, you'd have to be getting pretty close to what Bofel told you. And so, yeah, just so you guys have a picture here, there are islands throughout. There are large islands off the shore. It is actually fairly pocketed with land masses, and not all of them are actual dirt land. A lot of them are coral islands that have just been bleached. They're completely white, flat, hard rock almost. And Zoc, you do see a few in the distance, about 80 feet in front of you. That has kind of like there's 2 columns that you'll have to go to the right, which I imagine you tell him. And further on, you can see another large one in the distance. You'll have to go left around. You're able to successfully have him steer around this bit, and he is able to go a little faster. You do have to work pretty hard to continue swimming for however long you need to.
I mean, is it hard? It's like walking for a Zoc. I mean,
that's true. That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Okay, so that's never mind. That's not gonna be a problem for you then. Cool. Even better. So
I prefer to swim than walking.
yeah. So easy enough then. You are able to get the ship steered in the proper course, what you believe is the proper course. I would like for you to roll me a survival check, because as far as you are aware, you have a general sense of direction, but I want to make sure that you're not accidentally like getting turned around. Ooh boy.
That should be Bofel's job.
Well, he can't see the sun, which means he can't necessarily
see the sun?
see. Yeah, it's super thick. Like you can see the whole area is white. Like the sun is just refracting through all of the little water droplets of mist. If you've ever been in a thick mist in the middle of the day, this is like 10 times thicker than that. Like it's literally walking through water almost.
For Dante and Luno right now.
Right. Yeah. You guys. Yeah. Dante and Luna, you do not have disadvantage on rolls at this moment.
Do they have a compass? Does
Not have
compass
disadvantage?
Yeah, right.
technology exist yet?
Compass. Ooh. Yeah, probably actually. Yeah, we'll say yeah. It'll make travel a little easier, I think. I think.
I mean, there's a common magic item that is basically a compass.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, we'll say he does have a compass then. And so you guys are able to successfully navigate this after, I would say, probably a good 3-ish hours of watching White just being rocked back and forth on the ship. Everyone on the ship, Zoc. You do have to make several quick turns, almost in succession at a couple points because the landmass is just like kind of coming up. Even though you can see the boat does not turn very fast. I will say, Zoc, as you make your way around the last bit and you hear Bofel tell Bread, "Alright, I think we're out of the mist." Oh, what is that? As soon as you hear that, you begin feeling a pull on you from under the water. And I need for you to make me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh boy, here we go.
And I also what's the spell? Thunderstep straight up.
You also
After
thunderstep?
this.
Oh, after this. Okay. Regardless of the save, I also thunderstep. Okay. That's always a good thing to hear.
I'm scared.
Nat is going to be up towards the bow of the ship, just kind of watching for the fog to clear and everything. So.
Okay. So the check was actually a 15, but I'm going to kind of give this a little bit to you, especially since you're thunderstepping. Zoc, the rope, you feel like you're being pulled forward faster. You're no longer having to push, swim as hard as you were before. You can feel yourself moving faster in the water, faster than your normal swim speed. You're moving at about 60 feet per round, per second, whatever, per minute. I don't know, whatever it is. And so you're definitely moving faster. And if you try to go against it, you are unable to kind of pull yourself against it. And at that point, you're like, oh shit, and you thunderstep out of the water. And you can see the ship and let me ask, where exactly do you thunderstep? Do you thunderstep back towards the ship, or do you thunderstep like up in the air? Where are you thunderstepping?
It's like 40 degree towards the ship, because I can't make all the way back. Right? So
Gotcha.
It's 100 feet behind me. So I can't really.
I gotcha. So you're like just above the water, like angling up just above the water, trying to make it as close as you can back to the ship. Okay. Yeah, so with that, then the 14 will succeed because you would have just hit that rip current. And you make your way back towards the ship at that point. Do you tell Bofel anything?
Oh yeah, I as soon as I surface, I say, "Pull me up!"
Here's a question actually regarding that. What happens to the rope when he teleports?
It stays.
Oh, that's a good question.
Does it though?
Yeah.
I think it stays. I think because I use this to escape, grappling and being stuck. So it should.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be yelling "pull me up" because I'm off the rope now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if can I see the ship now?
You can definitely see the ship now, and you can definitely swim towards it. You can still see the rope where it's in the water, and you could like swim to the rope. So that's still an option. The rope is definitely taut at this point. It's all the way out, tight into the water, and you can see it kind of pulling in the rip current as you look back.
Would we be able to note that this rope has gone taut like that?
Yes. Everyone looking over, you can. Everyone at this point can kind of see a little bit of rip current kind of forming above water. Let me see if I can get a good image here. It's kind of like the ocean. It almost looks like it's boiling.
Oh. Boiling. Okay.
Like not like large bubbles, but like yeah, kind of like this. And I'm sorry, I gotta cut off some of it because it's not the full thing. It looks kind of like it's roiling, coming,
Okay.
churning up and then churning back down, and like you can see, it's not the normal like constant waves of the ocean. Something is drastically changed the movement of the water in this area.
Okay. All right.
If I can see the rope, I'll try to. How far is it away from? The rope?
You're still pretty close to the rope. It's a pretty easy swim to get to the rope, and I would say that you probably do still yell "pull me up," and
Just like grab onto the rope.
yeah, Kazal and one of the other guys just handily
Nat's right there too.
pulling.
So.
Yeah, that you easily pull you up. They pull up all 100 feet of rope and just kind of like look down at you, soaking wet. Oh, what did you see?
I didn't see anything. I felt weird. Something was pulling me, so I jump out.
The rope was pulled taut too. So
At that point,
there's some kind of disturbance in the water.
At that point, Kazal yells back to the helm, "Turn about! Turn about!" And Bofel, like the boat begins to like turn this way, and you feel the boat continue to move kind of forward as the boat turns.
Oh boy. That's not going to be good.
Is that what the map for the Maelstrom for?
Right now, you guys are kind of caught in a rip current. You're not sure exactly where it's going. Out in the distance, you can't see anything yet, but you're definitely being like sucked somewhere or pulled somewhere.
But we're out of the fog.
You're out of the mist. You can definitely see. It's clear and bright. It's about 3 p.m. There's a few clouds in the sky, but for the most part, it's a bright, sunny day.
Why is it so bright up here?
I'm gonna turn this into a horror. I'm gonna turn this into a horror campaign, so no one has to worry about vision. All right.
Where the light is the bad part.
Right. Right. So Bofel turns the ship, and as he turns the ship, it's not turning. We're still going straight. What the hell's going on?
Seem to be caught in some kind of current.
Aye, I can see that. And you see him like he turns the ship back straight to face forward. All right, men, get back to your stations. Let's get the mast up, and let's see if we can push ourselves out of this current. And he kind of like looks at the lot of you. If there's any way that you all can help with this, please do. We've never had to deal with this before.
Should we secure lifelines?
They do not secure lifelines because it does not seem like an imminent threat at this point.
Okay.
Very
slight question.
Yeah, very cautious
Where
and
is
concerned.
Brenna?
Djedhema is currently below deck. She
Okay,
didn't.
cool.
She didn't want to deal with the mist. She was down below deck working
Gotcha.
on
Okay.
whatever.
All right. Nat's gonna go below deck this real quick.
Okay. Okay.
Looking for Dredna.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough. You find her down there. She's just kind of like scribbling something on a sheet of paper. It looks like she's drawing some symbol.
Okay. Not anything I recognize.
Yeah. roll me. I know you're not meaning to, but roll me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Okay. I mean, I kind of have to roll disadvantage on stealth anyways because half plate.
Well, yeah, but this is for other reasons.
Well, actually, that's okay.
Yeah, you make it all the way up to you make it all the way up to her. And give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can find this symbol.
Okay.
Of course, I can't ever find the symbol that I need. There we go. It seems that she is drawing something that looks like this on a sheet of paper as you were making your way up.
Runes, okay.
Yeah, runes. It seems to be a Djedhemic in, so like a godly type of rune, divination sort of rune. And as soon as you walk up, as soon as she hears you, she crumbles it and like puts it aside. And what do you want?
Seems the ship is caught in some sort of current. You don't happen to have any magic that might be helpful with that, huh?
I don't know. I've never had to use it for that. Maybe?
I don't know what all you might be able to do, so I'm just asking. If you don't, that's fine.
Give me a second. I have to go through. I was not expecting you to ask her that.
She's a cleric casting 4th level spells, which is way higher than Nat herself can do. She has no idea what this girl might be.
I mean, it's very fair. You know, you managed to find the chink in my armor every time.
He's gonna have water breathing. Just you wait.
Wow. Yeah. So she's. This is gonna be beautiful. I cannot wait for this. Okay, so you asked that, and she kind of like pauses and thinks for a moment. Well, I can try. I've never had cast this really before, but I can certainly try. And she like gets up and walks up to the front of the boat. Nat, I'm assuming you follow.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And she makes her way up to the boat, and she begins speaking. It almost sounds like a prayer. It's a very Nat, what languages do you speak?
Common and Dwarvish.
Yeah, you don't know what language this is, but this is not Dwarven or Common. In fact, it's actually Elven. If anyone actually speaks Elven, is up on the front of the deck. And it is, if you speak Elven, it is a prayer to the god of healing, Ear. And she moves her hands and kind of like does one of like these numbers, like a parting the seas sort of deal. And at first there's nothing, and then you see kind of out far into the distance and hear it at the same time, and you see a large whirlpool begin to form out about 120 feet away from the boat, but actually about 200 feet away from the boat. A large whirlpool begins to form.
Appears in the direction she was pointing.
It is in the direction she was pointing. It is also in the same direction the current was flowing.
Oh, okay, all right.
And it begins. You just hear this out from a distance, just a sucking noise from water being sucked down into the thing, and all of the men on the ship, you just hear them all yelling, "Maelstrom! Maelstrom!" Pointing at it, and Bofel just 180 the steer the ship as hard as he can to the right, and she kind of like looks back at you. That wasn't me. I didn't do that. And you see her try to cast it again. Is anyone else doing anything at this point?
I can do.
I'll just help with the knots.
Yeah, Nat immediately ties her own lifeline and then ties a lifeline for Djedhema.
Yeah, that's a good idea. In fact, all of the men, when they see the Maelstrom, begin tying their lifelines. And in case you're wondering, that first casting took 10 minutes to cast, and so she begins trying to cast it again.
Oh boy.
That's why, yeah. So it's gonna take some time, which is why I'm asking if anyone's doing anything while she's doing that.
Just tying myself up.
I don't really think there's much.
Sounds like a tiny hut to me.
Tiny
Will help to an extent.
All right, so no one's doing anything?
I'm looking. I don't see anything that Nat really could do.
All right, yeah.
I
All the
wouldn't
men.
have had my
That's
tiny hut, right?
Say that again.
I wouldn't have had my tiny hut from the previous day because I wanted to cast it again.
Yeah, I think you would still have this tiny hut. I know that you cast it again, so yeah, it's still there.
Okay.
Let me see if I can do. Here we go. Oh, not that. God, that was bad. That's bad. I wonder if I can do a second one on top of it. Oh, it does. Cool. All right, so there's your tiny hut. Super tiny hut. All right, so if no one's doing anything else, Djedhema is gonna make her way up to the front of the ship. Well, she's gonna stay up at the front of the ship. Where's everyone else at? Nat, I know you're up at the front of the ship. Barry, Zoc, Luno, Dante. Dante, you're in your tiny hut. Luno, where are you?
I was seeing her go to the front. I probably would make my way up there too, in case anything were to happen. I could try to grab her if she tries to fall over.
Okay.
Zoc, his current goal right now is protecting her.
Okay, that's fair. Zoc, you're I would say you're probably up front because you just got pulled up to the front.
Yep.
I mean,
Okay.
I have like 10 minutes, so
Yeah.
Move around.
Yeah, you
I
could
would
move around.
probably go back to Bofel, make sure that he stay on the helm, and do another jump, rescue if needed.
Okay.
Speaking of that, you don't currently have Bofel on the helm.
Yeah, I need it. That's why I'm trying to fix it all.
He's up there at the front next to Luno.
Yeah. Oh man, it did not like me deleting that. Okay. Let's sigh. All the technical issues tonight, guys.
Did he crash again?
The owlbear does not like did not like me doing that. Trying to remove the white.
Online D&D without it.
Right? Okay. Wow. That. Okay. It's gonna do everything at once. Cool. All right. Cool. Let's take two. Let's see if we can. Hey, there we go. Okay. Cool. All right. So, yeah. Bofel is at that. Scandrin would be next to him. All right. Ysir is up front. All right. Cool. Barry, where are you at?
You know, I'm just gonna be with Dante.
Okay, in the tiny hut.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. So Zoc, you walk back to Bofel, and what do you say? You're just helping him steer, basically.
No, I'm not helping him steer. I'm just gonna stand around and keep watch.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
make sure that I can, jump overboard and rescue if someone fell in the water again.
yeah. Okay, that works. So you all kind of like prep for the worst and you are very much sucked into this rip current that is being pulled. And let me get... I don't want to reset this, so I'm going to use the other map, but just remember your positions. You all are being sucked into a very large whirlpool at this point in the middle of the sea. You can kind of see the current as you're looking overboard on the sides. You can see the current just kind of like roiling underneath the boat, pushing it along almost towards this maelstrom as you guys are continuing to get closer and closer to it. And after about 10, maybe, I would say probably about 8 minutes, you guys are nearly on top of this, and no one seems to be able to do anything about it. And this is a last call before she attempts to try to cast this again. Is anyone else doing anything, or are you guys just prepping for the worst?
Matt's gonna cast guidance on her, just in case.
Oh my god.
I don't think it's gonna be helpful for casting a spell, but...
I'm more concerned because this is a concentration spell, whether or not that would break her concentration. What is... Okay, so...
on the back, hey, you know, Tears got your back, you can do it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay, so you, as you're saying, she's like speaking,
it's a
she's like...
cantrip, it's nothing...
Oh, okay, yeah, she's like speaking in Elvish, and you're saying that, and you just hear her go, shh, she continues on, and you see everyone, as you guys get, like, you're literally almost 2 minutes away from this, like, vortex of doom. You guys, before she releases it, actually get inside the maelstrom, and you guys are beginning to swirl the circle of doom inside of this maelstrom. The whole ship rocks to the right and just leers to the right, this whole circle around. You guys can feel a harder pull on your feet as the gravity is kind of like sucking you down, sort of deal, as you're in the middle of this circle. And as you all are sitting here just kind of like waiting for your doom, so to speak, she finally finishes her spell, and once again, just like a red tide, releases the spell, and this time there is a bright blue glow that just emanates from her hand and expels outward away from the boat, and all the water in front of you, including the maelstrom, begin to subside. The maelstrom itself begins to shrink in size. You guys kind of like start leering a little less and less to the right, start going a little more straight. The water begins to stop roiling so much. Waves begin to kind of coalesce back into normal shape, and she continues holding it and continues holding it until the water calms as you all pass over this maelstrom. You can see Nat is watching her. Her hands are shaking, and she is like beating sweat. She is working hard to keep this thing at bay, for sure. And as you guys move past it, a good like maybe 10, 15 feet, not 10, 15 feet, good God, 20 to 40 feet away from it, outside of the like 120 foot range of the whirlpool you were just in. She has to release it. You can see her hands are literally like just trembling. She's shaking, and all of a sudden she's just like and you hear this noise as behind the boat the whirlpool opens back up and begins sucking water down into it, but you all are not caught in the riptide anymore.
Oh boy.
It's a good thing you found out who she was.
You know, kidding. Oh gosh.
So, the maelstrom's still happening behind you, but you all are continuing on, and you hear Kazal next to you, Nat, through the shield. Well, I'll be a son of a bitch. You really can cast some magic there, can't you? And she's just like, yeah.
Nat's gonna give her a cure wounds just to try and help her feel a little
It doesn't really do a whole lot.
I know. She's still gonna do it.
I've actually never cast that before. That's something new.
You did good.
And just as you guys continue moving on, there's just like a noise coming from behind the boat.
I'm not sure what we would have done without you. That was impressive.
Thank you. That was great. We need to have you on the ship more often. Would you like to come with us for the rest of our travels? Because all's just like offering to like bring him on board because they still think he's a him. No, I'm good. I've got plans in Halfany. All right. Well, the offer stands in case you ever change your mind. Just come find Bofel and his crew.
What I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Bofel would not argue.
Yeah, no, Bofel definitely would not argue that. So you guys are pretty much in clear sailing for the rest of this travel. And so you spend the next 2 days on this ship. I will give you guys whatever downtime you'd like. If you want to exhaust yourself or whatever, I'll give you the full like 24 hours. If you want to, get a reasonable amount of work in and remember the stuff that you're doing, we'll say, so 2 days. So that's probably at least 15 hours. So I would say 30 hours total for 2 days more travel of downtime for whatever you guys want to do on the ship.
What if you want the one full one point of exhaustion, but then like enough time to get a long rest before we get there?
I'm actually only going to give you an additional 5 hours because you're pushing yourself past the point of exhaustion, and if you've ever done like any sort of practice or workout or anything, you know that if you push yourself too far, you don't retain shit.
So we've had that long rest.
Yes, yeah. So
up until just now.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys,
and we've had.
So if you want to take the point of exhaustion and recover that, whatever, you'll get an additional 5 hours, if you'd like to do that.
Okay. Yeah, because this is the last time we'll have like downtime like this, so he's gonna take advantage. Luna would take advantage of it, get the point of exhaustion that he would get, knowing that he's about to get a long rest before
Right.
we get to Make Harbor.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay,
Luna,
so 5 hours.
yeah. So an additional 5 hours. So Dante? What are you doing for the next 2 days?
That's a good question. Do I have time to maybe help the dude make glasses?
Yes, yeah. So he will give you some sunshades, which just for because what you're asking for is essentially a magic item that generally costs a whole lot more. So
Wait, it's magic?
it's not magic. What I'm saying is that the thing that you're asking for is essentially
Oh, okay.
a magic
the
item.
effect that you're asking.
Yeah, the effect that you're asking for is essentially a magic item. So it's not going to work exactly like you want, Dante. What I'm going to do is you will still have disadvantage on all of your normal ability checks, but your perception checks will not have disadvantage while you're wearing these glasses.
Yay.
Okay? So everything else as normal with you guys, you'll still have disadvantage on.
Okay, so like just sunlight stuff.
It's just for looking out. in fact, like if you're perceiving something other than looking, even, it's still going to be with disadvantage.
Yeah, so normal vision, just a little bit of less of 100.
Yeah. So only while you're wearing the sunglasses in direct sun, Dante, you will not have disadvantage on eyesight checks.
Okay.
All right. So to answer your question, Nat, in this, she is just the goddess of healing.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. So. Well, let me get back to Dante Luno. We talked to you. Barry, what are you doing for the next 2 days? Practicing your pipes?
I mean, I think I already did like 24 hours, right?
I think so.
For sure.
Yeah.
So you just told me I just needed 1 more hour for that, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So what would you be doing with the rest of your 2 days?
That's what I don't know.
So, all right. So because you guys are a little new to this, if you would like, you could talk to some of the other crew members into showing you how to do, like, for example, learning proficiency with smithing. You could start working towards that. Proficiencies do take a while, but you could start, blocking that out if you wanted to get proficiency with smithing tools, or if you wanted to get proficiency with, other things. You could talk to your teammates. They have proficiency in other things. They could show you that if they're willing to. Yeah. So just in case you're wondering, you can learn new things. If you wanted to learn, let's say you wanted to learn Dante, I don't know if you speak Dwarven. If you wanted to learn Dwarven, you could ask Nat to teach you. If Nat's willing to do that,
Dwarven.
It would still be, you could learn a new language. It would just take some time. So that's why I want to give you. You guys are going to end up having a lot of downtime in this campaign. You will end up learning new things, and so that's why I'm giving you these opportunities to kind of pick out what you would want to improve as a character.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start casting a whole bunch of shit at the back of the boat.
Just like random stuff. It's like, what can I do? You're practicing magic.
Yeah, because I'm trying to relearn my old spell book or whatever, those high level spells, but they probably won't work, is what I'm trying to say.
I gotcha. So you're like, okay. So let's get back to you, Dante. Give me a second to think about that. We'll see. And Barry, what are you doing, or do you need more time to think?
I think I do need more time to think because I don't know what to do here.
Okay, no, that's fair. Take your time. Zoc, what are you doing for the next 2 days?
Probably gonna learn Dwarvish.
Okay, that's fair.
Right now, while we're surrounded by dwarves, is a pretty good time to do it.
Yep, it is a very good time to start learning Dwarvish. So I will give you 30 hours towards learning a new language, which, in case you're wondering, does take. I don't do the full 1,000 hours that I think it's supposed to be. I do 500. So when you reach 500 hours of that new language, you are fluent in that language. You're proficient in that language. Yeah, that's what you see. Luno 32 out of 500 hours. So he already knows how I do this. Yeah. So generally, any new proficiencies I do 500, not 1,000 hours. As part of D&D rules, because I think 1,000 hours is a little ridiculous, but for most things. But yeah, if you want to learn Dwarvish, you'll get full 30 hours. They probably won't, you could do 35 if you wanted to take that point of exhaustion, but it's, either or. Okay, cool. Nat, what are you doing?
Nat wants to do a couple of things.
Okay.
One, she's going to be still helping out as much as she can on the ship. Kind of with an eye towards maybe getting proficiency with water vessels.
Okay, yeah, that's something you could definitely work towards.
Sailing in general, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
But that's only a secondary interest at the moment. Her first interest is going to be trying to talk to Djedhema a little bit more about, hey, You're a cleric. Pretty good, pretty cool stuff. Mind giving me some pointers? I'm kind of new at this.
Yeah. So if you're asking Drenna to kind of like work you through that, she will be able to teach you some things. And I'm gonna do this a little oddly because I don't think clerics get their spells from their deity and they have a list of known spells. I don't think you get the full list immediately, do you, as known spells? I don't remember.
You prepare. You have access to the whole cleric.
Oh, you
spell
do.
list
Okay.
For the levels that you can prepare.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, that makes things harder. I was going to try and give you a bone for doing that.
No, you don't have to give me anything. That's RPing her advancing in her cleric abilities.
Yes, I like that. Okay, cool. That works. So yeah, you definitely get time with Drenna, who does teach you. She actually teaches you the mending cantrip. So when you change, if you want to grab mending, you can do that. Not now, but when you hit that level spike, you can switch to mending. She also, I think you already know it, but she also teaches you light. There's
Nat gets light automatically, being a light domain cleric.
Oh well, there you go. Yeah. Give me 1 second here, and I will.
And as part of this, Nat would like to learn whatever she can about like what deity Drenna is associated with, who her deity is, like what sort of customs she follows as part of that sort of thing.
Yeah. So she follows the goddess Ear. Which is she tells you is the goddess of healing. And since you're having this RP moment, and you already know kind of her background, she tells you that this has been passed down from her family's generation, as long as she's known about it.
So it's a family tradition.
It's a family gift, is the way she words it. She doesn't actually know. She never met her father. So she kind of like tells you this whole like sob story. I was an orphan. I was dropped off, bastard child of this supposedly of this person. I was given his name. She shows you actually her royal tattoo that is on the back of her shoulder. Yep. And I'll get you that. I don't have that symbol in front of me, but I'll get you that symbol eventually.
Okay.
And so she tells you all of that, and like as you guys are having this conversation over the next couple days. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Good to know. All right.
All right. And what was the other thing you wanted to do?
Oh, the other thing was the water vessels.
Okay.
Efficiency.
I would say you probably get 20 hours then.
Okay.
All right.
I would have been happy with 10.
Barry. Well, you've already been on the ship for like almost 6 days at this point, so you're learning stuff regardless.
Yeah.
Actually, I would say everyone in this group has at a minimum 10 hours that you guys just automatically are getting being on the ship for 6 days. Yeah, you guys are learning a lot on this sea vessel about seafaring vessels. So you guys can all, if you'd like, add 10 hours to seafaring vessels as well, learning proficiency with them. And so that is...
What would Nat total be then?
Nat, I would say your total is still 20. That's why, you still get that 10 plus the other 10.
Okay.
So going back to Barry. Barry, what are you doing?
You know what? I'm gonna use the remaining 20 hours to learn dwarves with one of the dwarves.
I missed the first part. What are you doing with one of the dwarves?
Learn dwarvish.
Oh, okay. You are gonna learn 20 hours of dwarvish. Okay.
be my study buddy.
There you go. Yeah, the two of you are just kind of like sitting down taking notes, like, interesting. Yeah.
And Nat just dreading when she's the only one left in the party that can teach it.
Yeah. Now it's like, oh god, I know what's coming.
I also know Dwarvish. But
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yes. I just kind of imagine later on the shield is trying to teach Dwarvish and Dante's just over here laughing his ass off. Okay, so Barry, you will get if you're learning Dwarvish, I will give you the full 30 hours, so 30 hours of learning towards Dwarvish. Everyone gets the base 10 hours of vessel proficiency, water vessel proficiency.
Out of 500 as well.
Out of 500, yeah. All of your proficiencies, unless I say otherwise, there are extenuating circumstances or you have a magic helper, they're all 500 hours.
Okay, at the beginning of this session, you say there were 6 hours of downtime, or
Yes.
is that something else?
Yes, you guys, at the beginning of the session, those of you not taking that point of exhaustion would have gotten 6 hours of additional downtime.
Cool. All right, I'll take that into my dwarvish as well.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, and you guys would end up picking up some of it anyway on the ship. You've been with them for just over a week now at this point. And so I think that's everyone. Did I get everyone? Everyone's got their downtime stuff? Yes?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Kind of.
Cool.
I think it's
I will-
Dante.
By the way, can I use the flute now? Because you told me I think it was
Yes.
25 hours, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Did you clear with Dante? I think it was something with Dante.
Oh, Dante, what did I miss you? What are you doing?
Because I just wanted to cast spells, remember?
Yes. Okay. So Dante, you're trying to unlock your potential casting these spells off the back of the ship, and I am going to roll a percentile.
Blow up the ship.
Okay, that's not terrible. So yeah, how long do you do that? Do you like try to do this spell casting? Is it like the full 30 hours you're doing this?
Honestly, I would go pretty far. So, like, just under breaking point for, like, a normal person.
Okay, so, yeah, you're going to like the just under the full point of exhaustion. Okay, so
Like, I'll be tired to where I just need a night of sleep, you know?
yeah, I gotcha. All right, let's do. Cause you're a wizard, so I kind of imagine like you like working things out in your head, and you kind of have like an innate thought process on doing this. I'd like for you, and I've already rolled this, so I'd like for you to roll me a. I'd like for you to roll me an Arcana check. Okay. I think
17.
yeah, I think with 30 hours, since you said you're doing the full 30 hours, give me 1 second, and I might have something fun for you. Gotta get the thing. God, every time I see the word wizard, I just think, you're a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry Potter.
You're a wizard, Harry.
God. Pop culture, huh? Alright. And you can cast up to 3rd level. Give me a second. Alright. Yeah, I will do that. I don't think that's something that you would have. So yeah, you're trying to cast these spells off the back of the boat, and you continue to try to cast over and over again, trying different hand symbols, trying different runes and stuff on the boat, like trying to piece together magic, and then trying to release it. And after about 30 hours, you finally do come up with a spell you'd like to call your own. You learn, Dante, you can add this to your known spells list now. You learn the spell
Whoa.
Dust Devil.
Hilarious. Don't know what it does.
Oh, he already has it?
No, I don't know what it does.
Oh, okay, cool. It is... Oh, can't spell. It is this. Basically, basically it allows you to create a small, like, tiny little low-powered tornado, kind of. So you can add this to your known spell list, which means that you now can prepare and cast it if you'd like.
Pretty cool.
The percentile dice were on your side. That was off by 2, in case you're wondering.
So I just learned the spell.
Yep.
Fun.
Yep. And I'm to be honest, I'm giving you this because this is not the first time that you've just like, I'm gonna try and cast something. I don't even know what it does. You are an experimentalist when it comes to spells, so that's why I'm giving you this for sure. All right, so we got everyone. Everyone gets their time off. Dante is super excited that he's learned a new spell that he's created and calls his own. And he's going to be so disappointed when he learns it's a known spell by other people.
Right.
But for now, he's like, I'm going to call this Sandwich. All right,
No,
so...
Dusty Dust.
Okay. So after 2 days of two more full days of travel, you guys make your way into port of Halvany, and I finally get to use a new map. Let's see if I... Okay, cool. You guys finally make it to Halvany. It is...
Finally.
It is a massive city compared to everyone except for you, Luno. Luno, this is kind of a smaller-ish city compared to Karth. Compared to Karth, this is a small city. Compared to where everyone else is from, even Mistrata, this is a pretty large city. There's probably close to 10,000 people that live here. There are... I'm not going to give you too much detail on it because most of you don't know this place. Nat, you're the only person who kind of know of this place, being a mercenary living in Mistrata. It is a port town that does exports lots of rare fish and lots of wild animals, wild game sort of deal. You, Nat, would be very familiar with this place enough to know that being a human in this town is very, very rare. All of the humanoids in this town, for the most part, are animal kind.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Ooh.
Interesting. All right.
Going full D&D lore here.
Okay.
So you guys make your way into the port, and you can see several other ships are in this port town, in the port, and getting prepped. And as you make your way up, Bofel and the other crew are working to set themselves up. You can see to the north, and I'll point it out here. There is a lighthouse along a rocky crag that goes north out of the city. You can see large stone 30-foot walls that seem to surround the city as you guys come into port. On the south side, there are walls. They're a little more shoddy, a little more broken, and it does look more like the slums. There's a bit, in fact, of a sort of a marshy entrance to the lower side, and there's a few very small, like little fishing vessels. Nothing large. And you guys continue into the port at 13, which is Bare Boats and Docks, spelled correctly. As you guys make your way up to the dock, let me get my locations because I got it all. The
fact that the blood god is here is kind of disturbing. If they're all animals.
It's all planned out. Don't you worry.
Makes me think of South Park.
Oh dear God!
The
They're
Critter
coming right
Christmas.
for us, Ned.
About Luna.
What?
Oh
Well,
God!
Critter Christmas.
Oh no! No
that's not a
no!
funny picture.
Oh
I've
God
never
no!
watched South Park. I have no idea what you're talking
That's
about.
fine. It's yeah. You're good. You're better off.
Okay.
For the most part. Yeah. Let's just say it's an adult animated TV show.
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh, okay,
I don't know what he is referring to with Critter Christmas.
Yeah, vicious bunnies. Anyway,
They make sacrifices.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys make your way into the port, and as you make your way up to the port, you can see that there are a few humans on the docks themselves, but for the most part, there are animal kind. Rabbit folk, fox, bear.
Okay.
Yep. Fox, bear, lionin, all of that fun stuff as you make your way up, and there's a large bear, and I actually have
Leonin, shifters.
yeah.
Herringon.
So-
Okay, cool. All right.
So yeah, no, I'm not doing full D&D lore. These are actual animal kind. They're not shifters or anything like that. I actually have a list of
Okay.
and Nat, you would be aware that all of these animal races, and I have names for them as well.
Okay.
This is what I actually have been prepping for, not the sea travel. This is this is the list of animal kind that live in this city.
Okay.
Kitsune.
Yep.
Leonin.
Kinku.
Yep.
Backseat. Okay.
So, for the most part, you would know that the ones in parentheses, Nat, are what they prefer to be called.
Gotcha. Okay.
That is like if you're talking about rabbit folk, they prefer to be called rabkin. That sort of deal.
Cool.
Just so you all are aware, as you pull up to the dock, there is a large bear looking fellow, just full body hair, burly looking dude with long claws, bear claws, and he comes up to the boat as Bofel comes in. What's your business here? And Bofel, as they anchor in and come up to the side, we're just bringing more supplies for the market. Name's Bofel, and you should have some papers already that were sent ahead of us. He flips through pages. Yes, I do. I do have you here. Yes. 7 of you, correct? Aye, 7 of us. He's not mentioning you guys at all.
And passengers.
Right. So we happen to also have some passengers with us. I don't know if they have papers. And at that point, Djedhema speaks up, and you see her pull out a little paper from her pocket. I have papers. I don't know about the rest of them. And look.
Nat just looks confused back at Bofel and Djedhema and like, what papers? No one said anything about papers.
Yeah, Nat, this is actually new to you as well.
I'm an illegal.
Well, with what's been going on recently, we had to implement documentation for people who are arriving, and we wanted to. We're trying to make sure that we can keep track of where everyone's at and what they're doing and why they're in the city. We've had some weird things going on recently, so if you don't have papers, it's okay, but I am gonna have to take you up to where is that name?
I would shoot out loud. It's like, well, we were actually sent here by the Sindel government. Sindel, I'm saying that right? Sindel, right?
Yeah, Cenhalian.
Cenhalian. The Cenhalian government. We were asked to come investigate.
So out of game, I've been saying Cenhalian. You all would know them as Resinalds.
Resinal?
Okay.
You
Yes.
said I live. Would I also call that, or
Actually, Barry, you would know
Sorry.
that. You would know that they're called Resinalds. So when he says Cenhalians, you're just like, hold on, no, not what he said. I'm not with him.
Okay.
Yeah. So
told me.
yeah, Dante says that. Barry, do you speak up at all?
yeah?
You know, it's not Dante.
Yeah. So God, I keep doing that. Good
Danto?
God. Yeah,
Are we Danto?
Yeah, Danto. We're gonna start combining names.
Also,
Baron's Hay. Okay. So Barry, you do speak up when Luno says that.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you say?
Wait, what do they call it again?
Resinalds.
I don't think I've ever heard that word before.
You have not, because I've been saying Cenhalian out of game as a conglomerate sort of deal. It's the Cenhalian Empire. All of the Cenhalians that are part of that call themselves Resinalds. And only Barry knows that because he lived in the Cenhalian Empire, basically.
Oh, okay.
I would be like, we were sent by the
The
rest
traveling mercenary wouldn't know that either.
You probably would, Nat.
Okay.
I apologize. You probably would know that, being a mercenary, but the rest of the crew definitely not.
I mean, not that she's used to talking much, anyways. But,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What?
No idea.
Did we just lose Gabe?
You did. Can you hear me?
I can hear you,
Yeah.
but your video is frozen.
Yeah. My computer is frozen. That's
Gabe?
interesting.
Lost his voice too.
Yep. That seems that way.
we've lost into the void.
Made a nice little span of time before it happened.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Resinolds are just censored Reginalds, but
Original hard greens.
All right. Oh! Did it just come back? It just came back.
Oh, I hear you. Oh.
Yeah.
there you are.
Video, but
Yeah.
Just
The application crashed. So let's do this. We're gonna hide the webcam. Let's do that, and I'm just gonna show my face to you guys, and we're gonna continue on like nothing ever flipping happened.
Okay.
One second. Yeah, we're gonna just do that and move on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Just no more webcam. No more split cam. Okay. Split cam sucks. In case you all are wondering, don't use split cam. Okay. So now that we're back, yes. So I apologize, Nat and Barry. The two of you would know that they are called Resinalds. I probably should have said that ahead of time. That's on me. So I apologize.
Okay.
So you would know that they're called Resinalds. So when Luno says Cenhalian, because he's just making like an assumption sort of deal. Talking about Cenhale and Carthians.
Most
Yeah.
Carthians would call them Cenhalians.
Yes, they would definitely not. There's a grudge there, and the Carthian Empire, none of them calls them Resinalds. They call them Cenhalians.
Gotcha.
Specifically because of the word alien in it.
Ah. Okay.
Yes. So Barry, you speak up. What do you say?
Yeah, so the original officials sent us here because they wanted to know why the ships were going missing.
He kind of like squints at you. Who specifically sent you?
Oh gosh, what was his name?
I was trying to find a name. I don't think I got it.
I might not have either.
Yeah. They were Luxian.
Notes,
Bale.
notes.
Bale.
Bale. Yeah, you say Bale. Oh, Bale sent you, huh? All right. Well, regardless, you don't have papers. I still have to take you to and God, that's what I was gonna pull up. I have to take you to Driz. He will get you papers and we'll get you all squared away and we'll figure out what's going on. Everyone else, feel free to come off the ship. How many of you are there? The six of you. The six of you come with me. And you see two armed looking guard-like bearkin walk up next to him, not swords, spears and shields in hand. You're going to be escorted to the...
What's sick?
Huh?
Well, the girl.
Dredhema going with us? Dredhema said she had papers.
Yeah, she's not going with you. She's got papers.
And why are you saying 6?
Other than 5.
Oh, because I can't math.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assume you met Jenna.
Math is hard. What comes after 5? Another 5.
25.
All right. Yeah. So the 5 of you, the 5 of you, come with me, and everyone unloads off the ship, and you guys make your way into town. And let me see if I have my description. Yeah. So the town itself is all of the houses seem to be made for the most part of wood and a little bit of stone. Most of it is wood. And you can kind of tell that these are almost handmade for the most part. All of these houses seem to be hand-built. There doesn't seem to be any magic or anything that has built them. They are all well-crafted houses. From your vantage point here in the docks, there is a sickly smell of fish as you exit the ship and are just blasted with. Basically, there's a long line of fish markets as you guys exit the ship. Further past that, there is a little bit of a market, and you can kind of see as you guys make your way through. And he actually leads you straight through with the other two, straight through a small city section, a small sideway through the city, and you see a very large upscale market, number 5. Which is called the Grand Marketplace, and he kind of points. Now, when you're going to look for things to buy, that's the place to go. And he points out a couple really cool looking stands that have really awesome looking swords and spheres. Yeah, they're. Well, there's not a whole lot of magic, but you could probably find some magic there. I'm sure. But if you're looking for magic, we have an entire school for magic. And we also have a few magic shops that kind of rotate equipment and stuff like that. So there's new stuff daily. We really like to scroll some things out. As he's he's kind of almost giving you a tour a little bit that you're going. And as you make your way past the market, there is a large, probably 25-foot high plateau. And on top of this plateau is a purple-roofed, massive marble stone building. You can't see inside yet, but it's massive. So white stone walls with purple shingle roof. This is definitely not handmade. This is much more. This looks much more not only well crafted, but magically made. Dante, the magic users in the party, which I think is now basically everyone but Barry, you guys would be able to pick that out pretty quick. There's some things that are setting on other things that probably shouldn't be, staying there. They should be but they are. So
there's mystical architecture.
Yeah,
involved.
a little bit. There's some things that physics should not be allowing, but it is happening.
Okay.
So as you guys make your way up, there's a large set of stairs that you come up to this 25-foot building up to the plateau, and you come up to a large double door with a bit of a castle sort of deal. The door doesn't open wide; it opens down and flat with long chains. And you guys make your way inside, and there is, in fact,
Drawbridge.
yeah, a marble courtyard. And as you make your way inside, number 4, he explains to you, "This is the School of the Arcane." With a large smile on his face, and the 2 guards are just like stone-faced, walking you. They've heard all this before. You can talk to if you're into the arcane arts, which I'm not so much. You could talk to Teamechi. She's the headmaster for the school, so to speak. Now, let's continue on. We'll
What does that mean?
So he says Teame Chi.
Teame Chi.
Yeah.
Tameyameha.
Tameyameha.
Teame Chi. Okay.
All right, so you make your way further in, and the school itself is actually really cool designs. There's the whole architecture as you get inside. There is a large garden with marble step stones throughout that go to the different buildings of the school. There is a secondary like palisade almost looking rise with stairs that circle. Going up to another large, and I'm going to zoom in here. So there's a set of stairs that come, if you see here, there's a set of stairs that come up to another large marble sort of landscaping with beautiful trees, flowers, gardens, and a massive, almost 2-story fountain in the center of it all, just exuding water and just dripping down. It looks gorgeous. As you guys make your way up to the number 3 here, which, for all intents and purposes, Marble Palace Plaza. All right, so you make your way up to here, and at this point he says, "All right, wait here one moment, and I will get for you Driz." And the 2 guards kind of like stand on either side, and it takes a moment or two. But he comes back out.
Did give us his name, by the way?
He did not. Oops.
Okay.
And he comes back out in just a moment with a elderly-looking Luxodon. And where is... Why can I never find anything I want? There. Yes. He comes out with a older... looking Luxodon. You can see like long gray hairs streaming behind his large elephant ears, and coming down his back as he comes out. "Welcome to our fair city. What brings you here?"
Magic.
"Well, there is plenty of that here, but specifically, why are you all here?" And one second. Biamo. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Nat will step forward and start signing while the shield translates. We were sent by the Resinald emissary Bayul with information that ships had been disappearing. He requested that we come to investigate.
"Ah, I was informed about such a party. I didn't realize that it would be..." And he looks over the lot of you. "Such a motley assortment. I was expecting a little more." And you kind of get the sense that he's talking down to you, especially when he finishes the phrase, "dignified-looking party. All right then. If Baal has sent you, yes, come inside and we'll discuss the happenings of our fair town." And he looks back. "Thank you very much, Biamo, for bringing them here. I do appreciate your due diligence." And Biamo, yeah, Biamo. All the names.
What race is he?
He is a bearkin.
Yep.
Bugbear.
Bugbear. Close. Very close. I had an image of him that I found that I really liked. Not the like snarling one, but it's more of like a.
Is he like a dock master, dock warden?
Yeah,
he's like
basically, yeah. He runs the dock.
Okay, dock master then.
Yeah, he looks like that. Dark brown fur. Like he basically looks like a bear on his back 2 feet. Very bear-like.
Okay.
All right, so that is Biamo. Does everyone follow Driz inside?
Did Driz give us a formal introduction or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, you all make your way inside.
Yep.
Following. All right.
Following.
So
that does, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys make your way inside, and it's a very luxurious-looking building inside. There are purple tapestries on the walls of the white stone, with gold inlay within the stone itself. Just beautiful decorations. And as you kind of make your way inside, there is a large room to the right that he leads you to. There are about 8 chairs, a couch, a love seat. It's a very large room. Could probably fit about 20 people or so. Kind of like a formal meeting room, sort of deal.
Love seat?
Yeah. So a love seat's like, it looks like a couch, but it's a 2-seat couch instead of 3 seats. So he takes you into that room. Please have a seat. We have much to discuss. And you all sit down, and he pours himself a little cup of tea in front of you all. Please help yourself to some of our natural teas. Does anyone drink?
Is it just like, what's the setup? Is it just like loose tea leaves? What?
It looks like a teapot with like 8 other cups around it, and you're just more than welcome to just grab the teapot and like pour into a cup and take.
Before she takes anything, she's gonna lift the lid off the teapot and sniff it. She can identify what sort of tea it is.
It kind of smells like a mixture between carrots and radishes. It's a really weird smell. And then at the very back of it, you almost smell like a fruity sort of maybe hibiscus or like a papaya, something very tropical. In the back recesses of the smell, but it's very earthy at first.
Okay. She'll nod, put the lid back on, pour herself a cup.
Okay. Does anyone else take a sip or take a cup?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand there and
She'll
stare
offer to pour
stare
for
at
someone
the-
else too. So.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you all sit down or stand up. Now on to business. Yes. So Bale has informed me that he was sending you all. We have had several issues recently, and we've really only brought one of them to light of the Cenhalian Empire. So the main thing is we have lost all trade with the northeastern territories. And he tells you, so I'm going to go to the map so you guys can see the map here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Basically, and I'm going to circle it because they had a trading supply line set up with the entire island, this big Y-looking island. They had trade routes set up with that entire island, and they have not had a single ship from them in almost a year.
Oh boy. Okay.
Jeez, look how far it is. It's
It
gonna
is.
take weeks.
Yes. Yeah. That's why like
he did say we were gonna have a lot of downtime.
I told you you're gonna have a lot of downtime. So that's what I was getting with. So I want to make sure that you guys had that in your brain. 500 hours is, you're gonna get there. I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. This is a long running campaign. You know, you're gonna have time.
Okay.
All right, so that's the big thing. Yes, so we haven't had any trade with Olbak in roughly a year, which is longer than it should be. Yes.
Nat hears that. She's going to ask, what about Mistrada?
Mistrada actually has not had any trade with them either. Mistrada had a trade set up with, and I gotta look at my old map here. I don't have the name in front of me. The southernmost city on that map, Mistrada had a trade with, and they have not had any trade since for almost a year as well, which is odd too.
Wait, huh?
Give me 1 second here.
No,
Let
I'm
me get that
so
other name.
Halvany hasn't
Burrell.
had any trade with Mistrada, or
No, Halvany has. Okay, so sorry, I'm not speaking
that's what I'm
correctly.
asking.
Yeah. Oh, Halvany has had lots of trade with Mistrada. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Mistrada's kind of like on the edge of the Cenhalian Empire. They're kind of in it, but they're not really in it.
Right.
They're kind of their own city-state sort of deal.
Yep. If I recall correctly, and this might have changed, they're more associated with Chris.
Yes, they are part of the
And
Chris. Yep, they're part of the Chris Empire, which is separate from the others. So yeah, they do have had quite a bit of trade with Halvany.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Nat was just concerned because she would know on the map that's not far from the place he's talking about.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And Nat, you would actually be aware that Mistrada, because you would have been there recently enough, you would know that Mistrada has also not had any trade vessels from the southernmost town here, which is called Boril, Boril.
Interesting. Okay.
So, you can kind of see my concern with where this is going. We have sent delegations to Olbak to try to discern what's been going on, and, well, the ones that did come back, they weren't acting quite right. It was almost like they were not themselves. And he kind of describes to you how their moves seemed mechanical almost when they came back. And as he's describing this, Zoc, you specifically remember seeing
Fuck yeah, Tavalier.
Tavalier acting this way as he's describing.
Hmm.
We've seen this before. Just straight up our our aisles.
Yeah. Well,
We've dealt with this before.
oh, well, that is good then. I'm
Well,
glad
I'm
Bale
assuming
sent the
we're
right
not
one.
related.
Assuming they're say that again.
I'm assuming Gruvat related.
Yeah. Are you saying that in character?
No, not saying that. Sorry, that was out of
Oh,
character.
okay. Yeah. So that's what we're referring to, the big fight where you guys had fought that Gruvat, and he actually dominated
Okay,
Tavalier for a
that's what I
moment.
was thinking. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
But I wasn't actually there for that fight. So
Correct. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the reason only Zoc knows that is because only Zoc saw it happen.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it happened in the fight. Everyone else was spread out, and Tavalier attacked
Would it
Zoc.
would it sound at least similar to what we witnessed with the townsfolk?
Yes, kind of. Because the townsfolk had been given a task, so they weren't as mechanical. They weren't like being forced to, attack a close friend. So it wasn't quite as forced, but it does seem very familiar to those townfolk. Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
But Zoc, like, you specifically know this, what he's talking about, how he's describing this.
Damn. How long has it been? How long have you been noticing this kind of behavior?
Well, it started probably close to about a year and a half ago. Hold on one second. And he puts his hands on his knees and stands up. And I'll be right back in just one moment. And he kind of like hobbles away for a moment, moving pretty quickly, but you kind of tell he has a little bit of a limp. And he comes back after about 30 seconds with a book in his hand, a very thick book. And you see him like flipping through pages. Yeah, you see him like flipping through pages. It has been 1 year, 4 months, and 3 days since that occurred.
Oof.
He apparently takes
Good
very
record.
good notes. Well,
Right.
I pride
I take
myself on
notes.
keeping tabs of my city. And
Wow.
so for reference, this book looks to be like 30 pounds of nothing but papers.
Okay.
We
Like,
saw
thick.
what they can do in a few weeks.
What
What can they even do in a year and a half?
who is they?
The
What,
Guvats.
what we are hunting.
You say the Guvats?
Yes.
It's just a Gruvat. Excuse my friend's accent.
Yeah, he looks at you, Luno.
Shield to correct him
Yeah,
too.
he looks. Oh God. he looks. So Luno, you speak up first. You say the Guvats, and the shield and Zoc almost simultaneously. The shield just momentarily behind you because it goes first. The both of you just almost simultaneously. It's pretty close. It's just like, the Gruvats. And he like snaps the book closed. I'm sorry. What did you say?
We found a Gruvat in Londa.
That's
We
not
killed 'em.
possible. No, that's not possible. They're dead for a millennia.
Sounds like you've been in contact with, have a means of contacting Beowul. You can ask him. He saw it.
I most certainly will. I would have expected him to inform me of such a monstrosity sort of discovery. And you see he's like gritting his teeth now. That would make a lot of sense. Well, I don't really want to send you into that sort of danger.
Oh no. We definitely that's we got that.
We kind of want to.
Yeah.
Do we?
I think we're the first ones to kill one. And how long have they been gone? I think we're the experts.
He's like looking over you guys. You all are saying this, just like different looks. Like
Nat kind of backpedals as soon as Luno starts talking about being experts. She's like, whoa, hold on a second.
I mean, we kind
Show
of
us someone
are.
with more experience.
We know exactly what it looks like when I silence image.
oh
The Gruvat.
Jesus.
We fought one.
Wait.
One more than anyone
You,
else here.
he like interrupt. Hold on. You fought one and lived?
Yeah, we blew his
kinda
head off.
died.
And he's looking at the image. Well, that is good news, I suppose. Not so good that they're back, because that is an accurate description that you are presenting here. You see him like scratch his face kind of anxiously. Yes. So, if you would like to head to Olbak, we can arrange some things so that you all make it to Olbak. We will give you our best navigators and make your way there. I am concerned that you may not make it back, though. If it is as bad as I fear, especially now that I know that they're Gruvats, it's very possible that you may not make it back.
That's fair.
Yeah, they hurt. Gave me a headache.
Also, there's a statue of what's Loki below where we killed the Gruvats. do you happen to know, is there a link between the Gruvats and the old gods in general?
He kind of like narrows his eyes, his large elephant eyes, kind of like squinting at you, and just in a lower voice, I do not follow the old gods, and I
Yes,
don't.
praise be Shezmu.
Praise be Shezmu, and he actually bows to you, Luno. I see we have a fellow follower here. No, I do not follow the old gods, and I do not know of any correlation with the old gods to the Gruvat. They were godless.
Is there anywhere here for us to
Matt
study?
just kind of gives a confused look when he says that.
Yeah.
The old gods were godless.
No.
Okay,
The
cool.
Gruvat were
Oh, the
godless.
Grumot, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry.
okay, I got that. I was with him on that one.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, he says the Gruvat are godless.
Matt would still probably give him a confused look.
Yeah. Or we're
So-
supposed to be godless. There's not too much information on the Gruvat. You may want to talk to Teami. You may want to talk to Teami and find out what she has in the Oh, I'm sorry. He's sending you to the archives. I'm telling you the wrong name. Ramallah. You may want to talk to Ramallah and find out what information he can relay to you of the Gruvat. Well, there may be Ramallah, yeah, Ramala.
Okay. Okay. And he's connected to the archives?
He is connected to the Institute Athenium. Athenium.
Thank you very much.
On the map, let me go back to the map. It's right next to the place where you guys are at.
I saw it on the map. Yeah.
Not that one. Not that one. This one. This one. Number 2 on the map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that.
Athenium. Yeah. So, yes, you can. If you'd like to search the archives, you can talk to Ramallah. He should be able to help you. Just be forewarned. You may need to have patience with him. He's almost at the end of life. And you kind of get the sense like this is he's being trying to be nice about it, but you get a sense that you guys are just gonna have to be like, oh my god, when's he getting to it?
Oh boy. Okay.
It's not gonna end well. This party.
Right? Where is the book? It's
Oh boy.
yeah. Yeah. Well, if you all do plan to travel to Olbach, as I mentioned, you should stock up on supplies and rations and get yourself
Information.
basically get yourself prepared for shit that's gonna fly at you. And I will see about setting you all up with our fastest vessel and best crew. I will talk to Biamo. I'm sure he can manage to find you something. Now,
All right.
if you all choose to stay, there are other issues that you could attend to as well. We've had some odd sightings in the woods, and there are some issues with boats disappearing recently. Not to mention the boats disappearing that head to Olbach. Also those. He thinks there's other things going on with the boats missing, and also the boats not coming back from Olbach.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, I will leave it up to you. Baal has always been a very good judge of character. If you all would help us, we would greatly appreciate it. The Resinolds will be in your service. And he kind of like bows to you all. Very small bow, opens his hands, and his trunk kind of goes up a little bit and curves, and he just like bows and comes back up.
I don't bow back. I just
Yeah, he's not expecting it. It's just apparently this is a tradition for him.
Yeah, I'm thinking about staying for at least a few days. It's been a long journey.
Yeah, it'd probably be a good idea to at least take a few jobs while we're here in town so we can get some coin to stock up for such a voyage.
That's probably a good idea. You can talk to any one of the shopkeepers. I'm sure they have something for you to do. You could search around the Grand Marketplace. There's always new folks there. They may have something. Or you could try some of the taverns, the Glowing Carrot or the Lettuce Inn.
I was thinking something a little bit more in line with our skill set. You mentioned disappearing ships. Are you offering any sort of reward for information there?
Absolutely. Information for sure. If you're able to solve it, more money. I would probably be able to offer you 500 gold if you are able to find what's causing these ships to disappear, and another 500 if you're able to fix it.
All right.
Where's the shrine located?
The Shrine of Shezmu, which is number 8. So it's if you exit our fine establishment here and make your way due north, you should find it. It's on the main road, and it is a grand temple to Shezmu. Praise be to Shezmu. And he bows again.
I bow back.
Yeah.
Do you have to do that every time?
Do what?
Praise be to Shezmu.
Praise be to Shezmu. And he bows again.
Yeah, that. Yeah, do you have to do that every time?
Have to is such a strong word. I choose to.
Yeah, that's what people say when they have to do something.
Yep. He looks a little cross at you, but he lets that slide, and just kind of like looks back over the party. Well, I will get your papers in order. No one should bother you too much now that you're in the city. But if you would like to come back here in about an hour or so,
What sort of information do you need for these papers?
Not a whole lot. Just your name and where you're from. And what you're doing in the city. Which I will already have filled out for you. Don't worry about that.
Very well.
So basically,
She's gonna pull her notebook out and like write down her information to give to him.
Yeah, so he's basically what they are requesting is your name and your hometown. So not where you're currently coming from, so it wouldn't be Londa. It would be your home where you were born, sort of deal.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Looking it over as we write it.
Yeah. He's actually
what does he?
He's actually filling out the paperwork as you're giving him the information.
Ah, okay. How does he react when I say cards?
He starts writing and he like looks back at you. And then goes back to writing. Say that again, Dante?
That's a big problem.
No, it's not. What do you tell him when he gets to you, Dante?
I'm gonna say Londa.
Roll me a deception check.
Okay.
This is where he rolls the nat 1, y'all. All right. All right. So 20. Yeah. You tell him Londa, and he kind of like looks at you for a second, and then I could see that, and he writes it down.
Well, you know what? Technically, it is now his hometown because he was reborn in London.
There you go. There you go. Barry, what do you tell him?
In that case, you are too.
Barry, what do you tell him? You tell him Routhus?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. As you write that down. Oh, Routhus, I've been there before. It's not the most lovely of cities, but it's a good city. And then he finally gets to Zoc. Zoc, what do you tell him?
What's the worst place you can think of?
Is that in character? You're asking him?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the worst place I could think of, and he looks back at Luno for a moment and looks away, is Karth. Why, are you also from Karth?
Karth it is.
I'm not sure you understand how this works.
No.
I need your hometown.
I mean, I don't have a home. I mean, honestly, that should be the closest thing to my hometown.
All right. So, just out of game, are you lying to him?
I mean, that's kind of the truth too.
It's kind of the truth. I'm trying to gauge whether or not Zoc feels like he's lying to him.
No.
No? Okay. I'm gonna still have you roll a deception check, but you'll have advantage.
Deception. Okay. I don't know why I'm rolling deception, but sure.
It's mainly because like you feel like it might as well be your hometown, but you have like this inkling in the back of your mind, like you know it's not your hometown. You just don't want to remember it, sort of deal. Yeah. 19. Yeah. He absolutely. Oh, another one from Karth. All right. And
Nat slides over her piece of paper that she wrote hers on.
okay. Mistrata.
I put it in the RP chat.
Yeah. Mistrata. Fair city. Yes, we have lots of trade with Mistrata.
Does he make any comment about the blood axis, which she included on her note?
Yes, he does. He does make a comment about the blood axis. Sorry, I missed in the RP chat. He does make a comment about the blood axis, and kind of like looks like he writes it down and then like kind of realizes what he writes and like looks. You're with the blood axes. Looking at you, Nat. Oh, are you still wearing their emblem, by chance?
Actually, no.
Shoot. Okay.
Well, it would be on her armor, but she's kind of wearing her cloak with her new badge over the armor.
Okay, that's fair.
So she could like shift the cloak off her shoulder to show it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be immediately visible. No.
Yeah, we could say that you.
If he asks, she probably would. So.
Yeah, he's gonna ask for sure. Let me 1 second here. Trying to find. He kind of like writes it down and like asks that, and you show him. He kind of very well. How's Vosker doing?
Well, it's been some time since I've been in touch with him, but last I saw, he was doing well.
Good. Very, very dear friend of mine. And he finally finishes writing all of that down. Very well. I will have your papers for you within the hour. And we will get everything situated. I will see you back here sometime this evening. And yes, we'll get all of this taken care of. Feel free to explore our beautiful city, and if you find out any information on anything that would help this situation, I would be very greatly appreciative of it.
Before we leave, I do have one quick personal question.
Yes, go ahead.
Where would we find Edic Hamel?
I'm not familiar with that name.
Okay. That's a name we were given of someone here in town. I assumed you might have some idea.
When you say that, he says, they live here. Hold on one moment, and he goes back to his like ridiculous binder, and you see him kind of like thumbing through. Edict. What was the last name? Hamel. Let's see. Hamel. Yes. Edict Hamel. And he. Do you have a map on you? No, I am certain you do not.
Nope. He came here straight.
Yeah. He kind of like looks, and he pulls out a map of Halvany, the most current map, which looks very similar. Well, looks very similar to this. And he circles a place on the map down here, the bottom right corner. If you zoom in, lots of trees and brush and stuff on this map, close to this person. Okay. Close to this house. It is this one right here. There's a rather large, well, I guess not quite so large. It seems a little derisive. If you travel southeast out from this place, and take a left about halfway till you get to the wall, there's a decent looking building. It's surrounded by trees and such. Edict lives there. Anyone looking over this book, as he's like thumbing through it, you could absolutely see kind of what's in this book. There are like pages and pages of most of this book seems to be current residents of this place of Halvany, with their actual physical address on it.
Okay.
It's like a phone book. Yeah. Yeah, it's like his own personal phone book for the city.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do you disclose information of everyone to anyone?
No, I do not. In fact,
then why don't you just tell us that?
Because Bofel sent you, and I trust Bofel. Or not Bofel, Baal. Because Baal sent you, and I trust Baal.
Fair enough. Did he ask our names, or just our origins?
He asked your names and origins.
Oh, he did ask our names.
Yeah, he asked for your full name. Yeah, he asked for your full name and for your hometown.
Oh, he didn't say my name.
Oh, okay. Zoc, what do you tell him for your name? Yeah. What do you tell him for your name, Zoc?
Shumes.
You know what? I'm gonna let that slide because you already rolled a 19 on your deception check. Since we've already passed that. Shumez. He writes down what and Shumez, surname. What's your surname?
I don't have a surname.
It must be like us Luxodons. You drop your name as you age, yes?
Yes, just like you.
All right then.
Nothing weird at all.
Yeah, yeah. So, can you type it out? What name did you give him? Because I'm sure that's...
It's the inverse of Shesmu.
Okay.
Can you type it out anyway? I'm never gonna remember how to pronounce it. Umez?
I would say Shesmu.
Shesmu. I think it's like that.
SEHZMU.
Yeah. So UMC.
Shumez.
Shumez.
Okay, so it's Shumez. Okay. Gotcha. Alright. Switching some things around. Cool. Alright. I wanted to make sure I had that typed somewhere because I'm sure that's never going to come up again. Blinks rapidly. Alright. Very well. Alright. Have your papers. Have fun. And he kind of like lets you all leave unless you're asking him any other questions.
Should we ask?
I understand you do not follow them, but is there perhaps a temple dedicated to the old gods here in the city anywhere?
He gives you a cross look and very quickly, absolutely not. I would not allow such thing in my city.
I mean, don't be offended. We're just studying the enemy.
Hey, he smiles at.
Nat just turns and gives Zach a look.
He smiles at you, Zoc. Shumez, I do believe that you and I will get along greatly.
As Nat's standing there with her spear that has the symbol of Tyr on it.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at Nat like, we'll talk about this. Just go with it.
Uh-huh.
All right. Is anyone asking him anything else?
I would probably ask, do we know where that girl lives? I mean, the kid.
Yeah, that's what they were finding out where Edict.
What I was asking about.
Yeah, so it's the white circle on the map is where she is gonna be staying, and I'll update the map later with that.
At least that's the residence of the person she told us she was going to be
Right.
staying with.
Right.
So.
Okay, cool. Do you have any magic? No, go ahead.
All right, all good. You guys all done? All good.
Yep.
All right, you guys. He bids you farewell. You guys head out, and once again, you see the very large 2-story fountain exuding water. The large marble. I'm gonna say a causeway. It's like stepping stones. It's all marble, very well inlaid, and in between the marbles, like gardens. So it's like a Zen garden of marbles, of marble steps, down to the stairs, to the school of the Arcane. Where are you all headed?
I guess should we go to an inn and wait? What time is it?
So yeah, that's a good question. You guys would have eventually arrived here at around 3 p.m. So it's still about 3:30. That conversation wouldn't have lasted too terribly long. So it's about 3:30 p.m. The suns you can kind of see they've already crested and starting to fall to the east, and so it is starting to get dusk.
Maybe we settle into some inn and relax for the rest of the day. I mean, that's what
Magic.
Dante, magic. All right, so where do you all head? Because you guys don't currently have a map, and you haven't asked for where anything is.
Let's go to the market.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let's shop for the next hour.
Yeah. All right. So is it a yes? Everyone's headed to the market that you've already seen.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask to maybe speed this along. Are you guys just there looking for a map so you can find all the other places?
For now, yeah. Like I think if we do any shopping, it should be next session.
Okay. I mean that's fair.
Because you said magic shop, and I'm interested to see what's in it.
Yep.
But I'm not going to make you do that tonight.
Oh, I mean it rotates daily, so whatever is here today will be different on the following day.
Well, if you're just going to set that up, okay, let's go to the magic shop.
Alright.
All
You
right.
can only blame yourself, Gabe.
Oh, I'm good. I'm so not worried. Until my magic shop generator just doesn't work again. All right, so you guys are going to. So first things first, you're going to the market. I need consent from everyone. You guys are going to the market to get a map of the city. Yes.
Yes.
What happened to the map that he had pulled out?
That was his map. He did not give you that map.
Okay, cool. So he just showed us on the map.
Yes, he showed you on the map.
Okay, then yes, we're looking for our own map.
Okay, that's fair. Second question: who's carrying the map? Don't everyone speak up
Nat
at
will
once.
if nobody else volunteers.
Yeah. Sounds like no one else.
The responsible one.
Yeah, sounds like no one else volunteers. All right, so the map itself is only a single silver piece. You are able to easily pick up a map, so you now can see all of the city in its entirety, how large it actually is. It spans for probably 2, maybe 3 miles north and south. It's not quite as wide, but it is a long city. And so you are able to see all these places on the map. And so there isn't a whole lot of showing about exactly what places are, but based on the names of some places, you kind of get a sense for maybe what they are. So, you know, the Superb Worm Inn, probably an inn.
Yeah, just gonna say that you got some pretty good names on there, by the way.
Mm-hmm. I actually did a lot of work on this one. I wanted to have all sorts of like animal wood sort of names. All right.
Okay.
So
I dig it.
yeah. So where do you all head?
Well, I would suggest the magic shop, you know, just in case, just to see what's available. But also, if we were going to talk about like the inns, I'd be like, hey guys, would y'all mind if we stayed at like the Lettuce Inn?
Why so specific?
Because if you look, my shrine is just up the street.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, what about these others that are closer? The Steel Beaver and the Silver Dryad. One of those might be an inn.
I mean, it's fine.
What are you thinking? Are you making up an excuse? What's going on?
He just wants to stay close to the shrine.
Yeah.
Don't want to ruin the shrine.
That's true. Those might be there, but with there's accessibility. That was the first one I thought of. I honestly didn't think about those other two being. I figured the Steel Beaver, out of character. I figured the Steel Beaver would be a metal shop, and the Silver Dryad might be the magic shop. Honestly,
Awesome. We have no idea.
yeah, it's true.
We'll spend 4 episodes here, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
Find out next week.
Yeah.
We're gonna it's gonna be a London number 2 again.
Right.
We can
large cities.
Can check that areas out in a little while. But yeah, let's go. Let's get. We got money burning in our pockets. Let's go.
All right.
We don't have that much.
Yeah. Where are you headed?
1,000.
By the way,
I don't know. Ask around for the magic shop.
talk about money. I don't think they pay as much as to go though. Maybe we should just get back to London.
Honestly.
Oh god.
Oh my god, this is beautiful.
still have a lot of silver in the vault.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of wish we had grabbed more of that. I'm glad I did.
I mean, I did, but I spent it all.
So we have the map now, right?
You do have the map, yeah.
Nat is going to find probably the map vendor or someone close by to ask, hey, what are some of these places?
Oh, that's a good thing to do. You find a Rabkin fellow that actually sold you the map, and he kind of like sees you looking over it as he's selling his wares. It's like, what are you looking for on the map? And you ask him, oh, the magic shop. Yeah, you want to head to the Silver Dryad.
Yeah.
All right. And
Prediction.
what would you recommend as good places to stay?
Well, depends on what you're into.
Could raise an eyebrow at that.
Yeah, probably. You could try the Superb Worm Inn, if that's not up to your any like winks at you liking. You may want to make your way to the Lettuce Inn.
You got me curious. What was that all about? The Superb Worm Inn?
Oh, just like without
that
breaking,
like?
Without breaking a sweat or anything, he kind of like looked. It's a brothel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
and the lettuce inn
The superb worm.
Yeah. The Superb Worm
Is that a
Inn
dick joke?
is not a brothel.
Yeah.
Totally
Okay.
not.
Here's the joke.
Oh gosh.
Yep. Like I said, I spent a lot of time with all of these, so
You're terrible.
they're beautifully designed.
Don't worry, I'll exploit them, Gabe.
Yes, don't worry. I'm well aware. This one is not a PG campaign. I'm not worried.
We won't have someone going, no.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So he tells you that. Where do you all head?
Someone recap what the guy told us about all of the location. The
Silver Dryad is the magic shop.
Well, it's one of the magic shops. If you're asking about more than one magic shop, the
Yeah.
Glowing Carrot and the Silver Dryad are the two magic shops.
Okay, cool. So that's the two magic shops. The Superb Worm Inn is a brothel, but apparently you can stay there too. And then the Lettuce Inn is the other option. So, as far as places to stay, it's Nat, so she would probably ask about blacksmiths too.
Okay. Yeah, if you're asking about blacksmiths, they have two in town, the Steel Beaver and Destiny's Cleaver. If you're into more like piercing, slashing sort of weapons, you may want to go to the Destiny's Cleaver. I actually need to change these. You need to go to the Destiny's Cleaver. And if you're looking for more like arms and armor and maybe like blunt sort of weapons, you would go to the Steel Beaver.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do you have a leather worker of types?
Yes, we do. That would be Satha at the Steel Beaver.
Okay.
Armor and
Yeah,
Okay, that makes
it's basically an armor shop.
gotcha. Okay,
Yeah, but like the whip being leather, so that's what I was
Yeah.
curious.
that's fair.
Okay, so now that you have basically all the places, where are you headed?
Go ahead.
Before we move on, have a group discussion here. Should I send bread to? Hold on, let me get the name.
The Superb Worm.
To Borrow.
Oh,
Boro?
Yeah, Borrow is the northeast.
Baril. Yeah.
Borrow, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you look through them after an X amount of space? I forget.
So here's the thing about that. You absolutely can, Zoc. Like out of game, that's not a problem. In
know.
game, that's going to take probably a solid, like almost month of him flying to Boril.
Month?
Of him flying?
Ooh.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
If you think so, if you
Big
think
world.
yeah,
What are you
so
talking about?
if you think about how long it took you to get from Londa to here, that was 7 days.
Yeah, but that was via ship.
I mean, it's still a straight line, right? And you fly speed's pretty close to that ship movement with the propeller for most of it.
Okay.
So this is a very large.
Those are the flying of the sea.
Yeah. So this is a very large world, and it's kind of why I built it that way. You could absolutely. Oh, I don't want to draw. You could absolutely send it to him. It would just take him a while to get there.
Where are you asking about sending him?
To Boril.
Yeah, Borrow or
Yeah,
Estrada.
okay.
But it's gonna take a really long time, so I don't think we should.
Yeah, I mean, you can like when we get closer, you might be able to send him for information gathering, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily send him from here.
See, Brad, someone really loves you.
you Brett, who's been like flying around at this point, like drops down to the ground and like comes over to you, Nat, and he throws a wing around you and just like nuzzles with his head.
Gosh. Like up against her metal-clad boots.
Yep.
Okay.
Just a little softing as he hits that.
Okay.
As for where maybe we should go right now, maybe we work our way go down and then work our way back up. So if there's two shops, the other one seems kind of far off compared to everything else. So maybe we go to it's like 3:34.
I mean, I'm down
map
to
went away.
go to the magic shops, but the smithy, I'm pretty
Yes,
good.
you can wait. I was just wondering about those.
Well, the
Where do we
fact that the magic shops change their inventory every day might be the reason why we need to
That might be
go
worth
see now. Yeah.
Do they?
Yes,
That's-
every
tell
day.
Really?
Mhm.
Because Tina
So-
didn't change anything since the day we arrived until the day
That
we
was
left.
Tina. That was Tina. And I don't know if that was really considered a
So,
magic shop or
so-
an oddity shop.
So for clarity, Barry, as they're having this conversation, you would actually know why, because you lived in the Resinald Empire. All of the Resinald Empire shares their magic items between cities. They are all part of the same conglomeration, and each of the magic shops shunts their magic items to different cities daily so that they sell more magic items.
Ooh. They have like a teleportation.
Yep. There's actually a teleportation circle in this town as well, in case you're wondering.
Which,
Labeled on
yes,
Labeled
and
on the map.
out of character, I'd be like, make sure you go get those runes, Dante.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
It's going to be a minute, but
we can sneak in and get the runes. That's fine.
I mean, it's labeled right here on the map where it is. I don't know how secret it is.
It's not, definitely
yeah,
not
it
secret.
sounds like it's a common use.
Yep.
It's like a public
Yeah.
teleportation
and-
circle.
Yeah, to be fair, Karth would have had one as well. I just had not done the map really well for it. So Karth actually would have had one. Probably actually two. It's large enough.
Gotcha.
Neat.
Okay.
But yeah, so yes. Sorry, go ahead, Zoc.
Yeah, I don't know. So we hit the magic shop. So, but where do we stay? We have two options.
Let's go to the brothel.
Yeah, I would say a brothel.
I'm trying to decide in my head how Nat feels about brothels.
As a mercenary, I wouldn't think it'd be
That's
too
what I'm
bad.
thinking. As a mercenary, she's got some exposure to them.
Yeah.
You gotta think of it this way, right? That's where information flows.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
They'd be ready for a
Honestly-
single party slip.
Yep.
Honestly, shifty, shady location is where I thrive. So
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
All right.
this is my lifestyle.
If you guys wanna go to the superb worm, let's go.
I love that as a player, you're having, I'm not gonna say your name, but as a player, Nat, you're kind of having like this internal, I can hear it in your voice, struggle about whether or not you want to go to this. All right, so you guys,
Means no Julia.
yeah, you guys make your way to where? I want to make sure that I get it right. So where are you guys headed?
10, I suggest. Starting at 10.
Carrots, right? Yeah, the carrot.
It is the carrot.
Glowing
Okay.
carrot.
The Golden Carrot.
Ooh, so you know what? Hold on. If they share their inventory, does that mean the magic shops, most magic shops, will have the same inventory?
No. So both magic shops
Okay.
will be different. And since you guys were asking about magic shops, the glowing carrot is the specific magic shop for Resinald. The Silver Dryad is a local magic shop.
Yeah, like different franchise.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So the Silver Dryad
Okay.
will not change daily.
Gotcha. So yeah,
So we
glowing
definitely
carrot
go
is
there
definitely the one we
first.
wanna check out for
Yes.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, again, which one changed daily and which one doesn't?
The glowing carrot
The glowing
changes daily.
Carrot.
Yeah.
The one that's farther off away.
Yeah. Yep.
I will say, it doesn't look like there's a great street way to do it, looking at the streets. But Nat would be open to stopping at 10, then jumping over to the little circle where we know Edic is at, then going up to 6 to see about arranging for rooms.
Okay.
Kind of making a semicircle on that southern side of the city.
Anyone have any other idea, or are you guys good with that?
Sounds like a good idea.
I just have a question about the geography here. Like, how high is the hill in the middle of the town?
In the middle of the town, the plateau is a good 30 feet up, almost a straight wall. You guys made it up through a large set of steps.
Nice.
In that case, is it only the one set of stairs?
So I'm going to zoom in here. So you have the one set of stairs up to the plaza. There is a second set of stairs to a higher plateau, which is another 20 feet up. It's a very small little circle. There's a large, tall building built on top of that, which is the institute. They call it the archive.
The archive.
So there's technically 2 stairs, but
But there's only one going back down to.
One way in.
yes, there's one way in and one way out.
Okay.
Nice.
Because that changes where we start then.
Yep. You guys are actually
In my
starting at 5.
We're like at 5
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, actually that's fair. That's where we're at right now because that's where the map seller would be.
Yes.
In 5. Okay.
Okay. Then maybe we hit the carrot.
The glowing carrot.
That's something we
Dun,
should
dun,
go
dun,
there first.
dun. All right. Well, we'll see if okay. So we'll see
Come on,
if
Jesus. Come
yeah,
on.
we'll see if you guys can do this. As you guys make your way south through town, welcome to shopping.
Oh shit!
A hand axe of
They're so
mice.
expensive. What the
Yes.
fuck?
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I will be changing. I do change these prices. The
That's a lot of
prices
trouble.
the prices as well do change daily. So the same item may be a different lower price or higher price depending on if it's selling at other places or that sort of deal. So these prices do change kind of sporadically. So if something's overpriced, obviously don't pay for it, but you may find a good deal on certain things.
Those warning weapons. Oof.
Yeah.
That's why you see why I didn't want to give you that
Yes,
shield
I'm
immediately.
aware.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Even just a ring of jumping is 2,500. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
But a lot of these scrolls are super cheap.
Yeah.
And so
one you scroll.
yes, and so
200.
right. Well, so to be clear, I run scrolls differently than D&D specific rules. The way I run scrolls is anyone can use scrolls. If it is not in your class, you have disadvantage on it. So if you don't cast magic, you have disadvantage on it. That's your check to cast it. But anyone can cast any of these spells, or at least attempt to.
Right.
I can copy half of these down.
Yeah.
Look at that. Eldritch Blast, 20 gold.
Yep.
No, you can pay me 5 gold. I can cast like 10 Eldritch Blast for you.
All right, so this is the list. You guys make your way south, and I'll do descriptions as you're going through the list and trying to figure out what the hell you want to buy, if anything. You make your way south around through town, kind of skirting along the coast. You guys do get a bit of a salty breeze from the coast as you make your way past Destiny's Cleaver. It's a very long, kind of ornate building, white sort of roof, but the roof is actually, it looks to be almost, although it's white, it still looks to be wood. It looks to be wood shingles. However, the wood itself on these wooden shingles seems to be rusting, almost, and Nat, you'd know this, and maybe Luno. This is ironwood, from southwest, southwest, the iron forest.
Long way southwest.
Long way southwest. Very expensive. Yeah, it's very expensive to have imported, but it's the most durable wood ever in history ever.
What Nat's spear is made out of.
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys pass this very ornate looking, really nice looking building. It has a large hand cleaver on the outside, just a really large one on the outside. Actual one, not like a portrayal of one, but an actual cleaver with a whole hook, chain hanging through it, sort of deal. It's like if it was a giant was going to use it. It's massive. It's like 15 feet across. Yeah.
It's metal as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that's Destiny's Cleaver.
Yep. That it on so on the blade itself is engraved Destiny's Cleaver.
Destiny was been pretty big.
Yeah. She was a giant, yo. Yeah. So you make your way south through town. There are several larger buildings, not really sure what they are, but you do make your way to what looks like a square building, very ornate on the outside. You can definitely tell this is a magic shop because the roof is floating half an inch above the wood, and you can kind of see smoke billowing from probably from inside out, is what it looks like. So kind of like think the roof is almost like detached and floating above the wood buildings, and smoke is kind of rolling up around and up through it. It looks like smoke anyway. And so you make your way up to the door, which is, again, ironwood. It's a white door, and you can kind of see rust, corrosion. It looks like stains on the wood itself. And it's actually wide open, and you guys can walk inside.
Yeah. All right.
So I'm assuming everyone does that.
I'll say out of this list, there's nothing, sadly.
That's fine. It's all about the role play, yo.
Not this time around.
Yeah, it's all about the role play, yo.
I'll tell you, there's a couple things that catch Nat's eye.
Yeah.
One, super right away.
Well, I would say the very first thing that catches all of your eyes, because you guys have never seen any creature like this, is a pair of 2-foot-long ears facing opposite away from you, gray-brown ears that kind of like flop over, and you can...
I thought you just said the map seller was a rabkin.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, well, never mind then. I did. So you've just recently seen him.
Okay.
It's still the first thing you notice, though, is 2-foot-long ears that kind of like flop over a little bit. She is gray brown fur throughout, face very much so of a rabbit, and she is adorned in like tannish white, sort of flowing robe, with Luno. You'd recognize this, the symbol of Shezmu on the back. And, yeah, and as you make your way inside, she turns around and sees you all, and she disappears from your eyes. And as you guys kind of look around, she reappears about 2 feet in front of the closest person to her. Welcome to the glowing carrot. What can I help you with today?
Praise be to Shesmu.
She just kind of like ducks her head a little bit, but doesn't say anything.
Yeah. Oh, we just made it into town and decided to check out the fanciful magic shop here.
Well, do feel free to look around. The prices, unfortunately, are as is. I am not allowed to negotiate due to certain stipulations, but our magic items change daily. Prices also change daily. So feel free to look around. If you find something, let me know. You have about, and she kind of like looks at her wrist, and you can see this sort of like mechanical contraption on her wrist, like taking around in a circle. There's like 8 different like things on it, and she looks at it for a second. You have about 6 hours before all of the items are changed out.
And I'll be like, is that a watch?
She looks at you, and I'm not familiar with this word, but we call it a ticker.
Yeah, that's another word for it.
I don't think you're allowed to say that. It's not a slur.
In Dante's world, they're called watches. What? Good. So yeah, they're called tickers here apparently, and
Breaking up.
Yeah, he's bringing up bad.
Yeah. Hold on. All right, sorry.
Ivy.
Yeah, yeah. Just wondering how much longer. All right, so yeah, you have about 6 hours before all of the items are changed out. Like I said, the prices change daily. Just let me know if you find anything you like, and we'll get into what does everyone want to get.
Do y'all buy items as well?
Unfortunately, well, it kind of depends on the item. We have a very specific limitation that we are able to buy. But what are you looking to sell?
Just seeing what the offer on or if there is even an offer on a wand of detect magic.
Oh,
Nat looks at Luno like, what?
yeah. She kind of looks a little taken aback, surprised by that. Well, yeah, actually, I would buy that off of you for 500 gold.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Okay.
Could I offer a scroll of good and evil? Or no?
You can. Yeah. You're trying to sell her a scroll of good or evil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Protection.
Yeah, is it
Detect?
yeah, detect good and evil or protection?
Protection.
Protection. Yeah. Yeah. May I see the scroll? And she kind of like looks over it. Ah, yes, everything seems. Yeah. Everything seems to be intact here. I could offer you 100 for it. 100 gold.
Take it.
But sorry, was that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she hands you 100 gold, Dante, and takes the scroll of protection from good and evil. You guys see her spend half a second looking at it. She waves her fingers at it and points at it, and it disappears from her hand. And another case appears on the other side of the room. So you guys, on top of this list, you can also add a scroll of protection from good and evil for 200 gold.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Oh, I
So
never
Nat
had a
looks
Dragon's Breath
for
scroll.
some of the scrolls and lingers for a moment over Find Familiar just because she's seen how useful it is, but we also have someone with the already pretty good on the familiar side of things, so she doesn't feel the need to necessarily go for that.
Okay.
However, when she looks across the room and spots that scimitar, that catches her attention.
Yeah, it's a beautifully ornate scimitar, and you can see not only is it ooh, excuse me, very sharp. The very tip of it is actually serrated. So there's like jagged points at the very tip, and the very, you know how it like curves up? The very top point of it is actually a long spike at the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just want to give her, or try to sell the sending stone, because we never used it.
Which sending stone was
Yeah,
this?
which sending stone is this?
The sending stone from like 5 years ago.
Yeah. Dante talked to it once.
Oh,
It didn't respond.
Yeah.
it did respond. It said I'm coming for you in a very deep rumbly voice.
No, it didn't.
I'm pretty sure it said something back.
It just said, I have it, or something.
Oh, okay, that's what I
Right.
couldn't remember exactly what it says. Yeah, it's someone else had the other end. You offer that to her, and she like looks at it for a moment, and she looks, where's the other one? I'm only allowed to buy it if it's a set.
Okay, never mind. What about this dragon's breath scroll?
Oh, okay. You're selling the Dragon Breath Scroll?
I'm asking how much.
She'd buy that for 150.
Alright, I'll keep it.
Okay. All right. So back to Nat. What are you buying? Do you not know yet? That's fine. Okay. Barry and Zoc, are the two of you buying anything?
No. How much do you have, Nat?
Oh no, she can't afford it. I don't think. I can afford a good
Yeah.
chunk of it, but not the whole thing.
I was curious, like, how are you capable of buying these?
She's stealing it, of course. Barry, are you buying anything here?
Let me see it. Because I think there's something I want, but it says like too much. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can't buy that.
What do you?
What are you looking at?
Just pay me 5 gold. I'll blast for you 10 times.
There you go.
What do you mean by that? What? Because I'm looking at the 23,000. Because I'm like,
Oh. The dagger of warning. Yeah. Yep. That's a lot of blasts, Zoc.
I look at the price list and I'm like, I don't care what they sell. This is out of our league.
I'm waiting for you guys to find a weapon of warning, just like any weapon of warning. You're like, all right, now do I keep this or do I sell it because I know this thing is ridiculously expensive?
They're probably gonna buy it for like 15k, maybe 10k.
Still a lot of gold.
Yeah.
It's
not
asshole.
worth
You
it.
could buy most of the shop with that amount of gold.
Yeah. Nat can't buy it, but she can certainly admire a nice weapon.
Yes, yeah.
Just
it
like
is-
we all put our money together, and we get boots of levitation.
There you go.
We don't
All right.
need that.
So, for brevity's sake here, is anyone actually buying anything?
Not from this list.
Sadly, no.
Okay.
I wanted to.
I
Oh,
would be
yeah.
very tempted by that scimitar if I actually had the money, but yeah.
Okay, just be
Does
aware
she
that.
have any herbs?
Be
as
aware
long as
that-
it doesn't have like a symbol of Shesmu on it or anything.
No. This is it. Definitely does not.
Okay.
It's just a very ornate looking scimitar. Just keep in mind that all of these you won't see the same thing twice probably.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So if you guys are done with that, then
Oh, actually, yes.
Yes?
Does she have herbs and stuff to actually find familiar?
she does not carry that here. When you ask that, she kind of gives a dour look, like a sad sort of face. No, I apologize. We are not we are not supposed to carry that sort of equipment here. You can...
Insight check on that supposed to.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. She continues on while you're rolling that. We're not supposed to carry that sort of equipment here. Now, the Silver Dryad should carry that equipment. Nat, she seems to be telling the truth, though she seems actually rather annoyed that she's not allowed to carry basic equipment like that.
Like basic spell components.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. This is...
we sell scrolls. Why not?
Right.
Spell.
Yeah. It's basically... This is a magic item shop, and they're not considered magic items. You kind of get the sense that she's kind of like her hands are tied, like she'd love to sell it, but she can't. She doesn't have it here.
Company policy, huh?
Yeah, company policy. Yeah, yes, unfortunately, company policy. Now, like I said, the Silver Dryad should have all of the components that you need, and she gives you a name, Azalea. Azalea is... she knows what she's doing. She's got a lot of good items there, and she keeps tabs on everything. Just
Azalea?
Azalea. A-Z-O.
Is there a family name that goes with that?
That's up to her to tell you. I prefer not to give people's surnames unless I have to.
Very well. What would your name be, by the way?
My name is Nella. N-E-L-A.
You the manager here?
I am the owner, yes.
Oh, you're the owner.
Yes.
The owner of this shop or the whole
Owner
franchise?
of this shop. The franchise is owned by Resinald government.
You know what? I think I will buy the scroll if I'm familiar and probably give it to anybody who needs it.
Yes, I love it. Okay. She definitely allows you to buy that. So 157 gold for that.
That way, push comes to shove, we get another bread too.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, Azalea should be able to help you out with that sort of stuff.
Azalea is at the Silver
Dryad.
How do you spell that name, Gabe?
Azolae. And you probably won't actually learn the surname, so I'm not going to give that. But that's how you spell it. Azolae. Is there anything else I can help you all with?
Thank you.
No, I think that's gonna be all for us right now.
Very well. Have a lovely day.
You can probably expect to see us back every now and then, though, just to see how your wares have changed.
That's part of why I like my job. I get to see familiar faces often. I'm sure I'll see you again. And she disappears in front of all of you.
Counterspell.
Do you actually counterspell it?
No.
Oh, okay. I had a moment. I'm like, are you sure you want to do that? All right. So, you guys, she reappears on the other end next to that new display case that popped up. And, so you guys are free to leave.
I'm just pissed that people just spend their spell slots like that. As a warlock.
Yeah. I feel like Zock's like, God damn it.
Yeah, I do it twice, and I have to sit for an hour.
Right.
And I can sit there and just rebuild mine within the same combat.
Right. Ridiculous. All right, so then you guys are planning to head up to 6, right?
We're going to the house first, but of Edith.
Oh, Edith. All right, so you're headed to Edith. All right. Cool. Yeah. So you guys head over to Edith, and as you make your way over to that little house, I'd like for everyone to roll me a perception check.
Perception check.
Say, I am good to keep going for whatever because I'm off tomorrow. I'm just letting you know.
I gotcha. I am not. I'm gonna have to end here pretty soon. if for no other reason than to go pee. I've had 2 cups of coffee and I haven't even started on the water. All right. Okay. So, Nat and Barry, as as you guys are making your way through these streets, they are main streets that you're able to travel down. They're very well traveled. You do see some maybe illicit activity, specifically Barry. You're very familiar with that sort of activity as you're making your way past one of the alleyways. There's what looks to be a small fox-looking individual handing over looks like a small bag of something in exchange for a few gold coins. As you make your way past the other individual's a larger bearkin. So like height difference, like massive height difference. It's a small fox versus like a 6-foot bear. And he's Nat and Barry. You see him hand a small little looks like bag up to this bear, who drops like probably 5 gold in his hand, and both of them kind of like almost immediately split off and separate ways as you guys are making your way down towards this house. And as you make your way a little more south, the houses do get smaller. They get a little less nice, but they're still fairly decent houses. Nothing disheveled or anything like that. And you do come across, following this map, you do finally make your way to Edich's house, which is actually a really nice looking house. It's much smaller than all of the others. Think like a 1-story flat house, but it's a really well-made house. It really looks really nice. Green roof. It's got wood buildings with not necessarily marble, but marble-like stone as corner pieces. And the outside of it is almost all cobblestone out to what looks like, and I misvid so much, to what looks like palm trees. A very odd sight in this sort of town to see palm trees. But you see them nonetheless. They do in fact have coconuts on them, in case you're wondering. And so as you make your way up to this house, does anyone knock on the door? It is closed.
Nat will go up and knock.
Okay.
She's the one that wanted to come over here.
Okay. You knock on the door, and there is no answer. With the perception checks that you rolled, Nat and Barry, you would see the window curtain open and then close real quick, and no response. Do you
knock again?
You knock again. There is no answer this time.
I talk to the group. Do you want me to break in?
Not yet. Nat's gonna have the shield like call out. Emic Hamel.
There's a.
We're looking for Emic Hamel.
there's no response. Yeah, image handle. But either way, I would say this shield actually says Emic, just for humor's sake. But there's no response immediately, and after about 10, maybe 15 seconds, there's a timid female voice from behind a muffled door. Yes, what do you want?
Just looking to check up on a fellow traveler that said she was coming here. No, she would say that said he was coming here.
Yeah, there's no one here. It's just me. Now go away.
We can break the door down if we need to.
I'll call the guards if you do.
Why are you so aggressive, Nat? What the hell?
We're just friends with the person.
There's another movement of the curtains, Nat and Barry, and about 30 seconds after that, you hear muffled like, It's okay. Just let him in. That sort of deal. And there's about 4 locks that you hear unlock from this door, followed by a loud like kunk, and the door sort of opens, and you see a human female, roughly, I would say roughly 47, maybe 50, little older, and you see next to her the shorter Zelina, who you know as Zelina. And Zelina is standing well back. She's like next to her, but she's like well back into the house. And just in a low, hushed voice, "What do you want?"
Just wanted to check up and see that you made it.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't draw attention to this place. I'm trying to stay low, remember?
Okay, good to know.
Well, what if we need to get in contact with you?
Well, you know where I'll be. I'll make sure that she lets you in.
Thank you.
Oh, don't worry about it.
That would make not making a scene a lot easier.
And at this point, the woman speaks up. Yeah, no wonder she didn't want to meet you all. Y'all are a little obtrusive.
Oh, what is Edith? What's race is she?
She's human.
Human.
She actually stands out in this city. She would be an oddball in this city, an oddity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know why we came here.
She is the queen of cars.
Do you
I
say that?
Slowly, quietly.
Oh.
Very quietly.
Is she though? She's a kid.
Edith, at that point, Luno looks directly at you and just like, don't you dare say that out loud. Not here, especially.
I understand completely, but
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah,
I'm
are you
from
trying to get her killed?
And I am not letting this down. No,
Nat starts doing some signing,
Yeah,
specifically telling her shield not to translate it.
okay. What are you signing?
I'm going to come back later after dark. On my own, if I can.
Probably not.
Zelina.
Luno is invested.
Yeah, Zelina just signs okay.
All right. Well, it's good to see that you made it safely. We'll be on our way.
All right, bye. And she like almost slams the door in your face.
All right, let's go.
Good to know. Yep.
To the end.
To the end. All right, so by this time it's pretty close to 6 p.m. and it takes you a good hour from where you're at to kind of like backtrack your way. I'm deleting things. Backtrack your way back to the city main streets where you end up having to like, you even looking at the map, you're like, oh god, and you like have to go through all of the small city dealios here, and you guys make your way to the superb Worm Inn, and just as expected, there is a large dangly worm from the outside, kind of floppy, and it almost looks real as you guys get close, and and the breeze like blows by and it like flips up and then comes back down and flops. It's a very odd sight indeed.
Nice.
And you guys make your way inside.
We're gonna go to...
Yeah, Nat just like rolls her eyes.
And so that is where we are going to end for this week. And when we meet back up next week at the Superb Worm Inn, and I will give you a great description, hopefully maybe a map or something of the inside. And we'll get a good layout.
Oh, you know what?
What?
I just realized we may not be able to enjoy this inn because some of us are human.
Mm-hmm.
and they probably will have against that. I was just thinking about that. It's like, first off, they're probably not going to let that happen.
Yeah, we'll see. So yeah,
We'll see.
I'll get you guys a good description next time we meet up. But yeah, we're gonna end there. As always, it's a blast. Looking forward to seeing what you all are going to throw at me. Oh God, next week.
Yeah, I just want Gabe to roleplay as some furry.
Right.
prostitute.
Yeah. Can you give me details on that? Emphasis on tails.
Before we go, Gabe, would I have any knowledge of any of the Sakage here?
No. The
Since
Sakage.
they're worldly.
No. So for clarity, and I'm gonna bring back out the map here. The Sakage do not run here for a very specific reason. This area is basically it is the easternmost Cenhalian city. Well, quote unquote easternmost. It's the most obscured Cenhalian city, Resnault city. It is the only way to get to it is either by boat or a like almost week-long trek through woods.
Okay, so they would work here. There's no reason to have a
right. There's
section here,
like
whatever.
zero reason to have any section here. So that's why they have a teleportation circle, because this is a very out of the way place. The teleportation circle is definitely the best way to get here.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
it
because
getting
as
close to
far as
nighttime?
I've understood, like there's Sakage and like Sindel, they're like throughout the entire world.
Yes, they are.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah.
So it just so happens not here. Got
So
it.
generally speaking, Luno, so you're a little more aware of your own organization. Basically, all the capitals, almost all the capitals on the main continent, it will have Sakage, with the exceptions of Rauthis, Shimmer, and Christ. Oh, I'm sorry, and
I will probably forget.
that's fine, and I'll probably end up changing it, so don't worry about it. Because I'll probably forget too.
Who knows? I might recruit while we're here.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so yeah, we'll meet back up next week.
I tried to recruit one person who's here, so.
Right?
Yes,
so yeah.
but I didn't realize that it was the Queen of Carth.
Yeah, so I'm excited for how this is gonna go. We'll see what you guys throw at me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm very excited.
so so I can prep for the right things. Are you guys planning to leave to go to Olbak, or are you planning to do the other stuff that they mentioned? Because those are definite
I
different
honestly-
prep that I need to do if you guys are planning to leave.
I think I will stay
Okay.
because I don't want to be on
A ship again.
yeah, traveling again.
Yeah.
It's tiring.
Yep.
I figured we'd be here at least a session or two.
Okay. That's fair. I just need to know because I have to prep what you guys are gonna do. So if you guys aren't leaving, I need to prep the stuff that you were just given, and the town itself. If you guys are leaving, there's a whole different like plot line, like main story plot line that I need to prep out for that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you.
So I think
appreciate that.
we're here for a minute.
I'm gonna take some side quests.
Yep. Yeah. Side quests are good. They let you level up and they let you get money.
We don't even have a main quest.
Yeah.
Everything is
Yeah,
side
there's the
quest.
groove at.
Yeah, the Groovats are definitely your main
Is
quest
it?
right now. Yeah. It's the well, to be clear, there's
That's what we
nothing.
discussed as
So
a group.
yeah.
Nat was very clear. I'm gonna do what I can to see about getting this issue resolved.
right. So to be clear, in long running campaigns, everything's gonna feel like a side quest until you realize like how direct a quest needs to be. Like, what's the biggest threat? That's your main quest. That's that sort of deal. So everything's gonna feel like a side quest until you have that urgency to go take care of something. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I don't feel any urgency for that quest. That's probably why.
Right, exactly. So
Well, they're going to be the biggest risk to the entire world.
right. Right. So the two main, and I have two main like arcing storylines, which is probably why you have it feels like everything's side quest. The two main ones are the Grubat and the impending